the Friday edition. The get ready for game day, as we do every Friday, except when the Packers play on Monday. So this is the second time in a week that we will be doing our game day or game preview edition of Wilde and Tausch. Also the Jeff Hafley, next coach of the New York Giants, or the next coach of the Green Bay Packers edition. On 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all redesigned, all free, and all customizable ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And from his undisclosed location, he is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. I saw some of your Twitter action last night. Too late for me to respond to your analogy question. Plus, I like saving some things for the show. Really good analogy by the receiver for
DJ Moore
about Jell-O. And listen, man, nobody likes Jell-O when it's just poured into the cup. You got to let that set. And then you put a little whipped cream on there. And if you want to put some fruit in that mix, put a little fruit in there and let it settle. So definitely a thumbs up on the analogy from him.
So for those that don't follow me on Twitter or aren't on social media, Courtney Cronin.
Are you on Blueski? Are you on Blueski too? You seem like a Blueski guy to me.
I believe in meeting people where they are, except in the gutter.
Yeah. Well,
so I am on Threads.
Both Twitter and Blueski's got a lot of gutterage.
Indeed.
Both do.
Blue Sky, Twitter, Facebook, Threads. I haven't figured out how to post things to Nextdoor. And then I'm also on LinkedIn. I've been posting all my stories on LinkedIn as well. So if you're more of the business type, you have access to our channel. Channel 3000 coverage.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Be that as it
may.
Well,
anyways, so
can I
you
just
put
read
that out. And
can I read that? Can I read it for people that don't follow me on any of those?
You paused and ended, so I thought it was over.
Well, I know
you
don't
ended
like
it
silence.
and then left it dead. I was going to get into what I really wanted to talk about. But yes, Jason, go ahead.
Okay. Well, you asked me if I was on Blueski, which interrupted me giving the analogy. Courtney Cronin, who covers the Bears. Come on. It's
one
Friday.
of these kind of days. It's going to be one of these kind of days with you, huh? Okay.
With me, yeah. Courtney Cronin, who is the Rob Demovsky of the Bears beat. Previously, she was the Rob Demovsky, I believe, of the Vikings beat. DJ Moore gave an emphatic duh when asked whether he's playing against Minnesota. He also compared the evolution of the Bears' offense over their first 9 games to the process of making Jell-O. Yeah, the Bears were in the hot water phase during training camp when we were getting burned. They transitioned to the cooling phase when the Jell-O goes into the refrigerator to set at the beginning of the season, and now are at a strong consistency. We all know where everybody's going to be. We're just in this together. More clarified, the flavor of his Jell-O is cherry.
That cherry's a good Jell-O. I like lime. I think lime with bananas is the best. The problem is Jell-O, it's not consistent. You don't know what you're getting with Jell-O. Sometimes it hardens. Sometimes it's a little too soft. It doesn't have the consistency of a pudding. You know, the proof is in the pudding. So I think it was a very good analogy for a young football team that's trying to find themselves. I don't want to be Jell-O as a football team, but I get his point. I give him a very strong mark for thinking
Jiggly.
it through and giving us a picture, which is what I like. But what I wanted to get to and why I brought it up on your Twitter stuff is because you put out a comment and you knew what you were doing with the Jeff Hafley thing. You knew it. You were asking for it, and you got it. And then everybody is giving you pretty good love. You pick out, you cherry Jell-O. Pick
my favorite flavor.
One Twitter user so you can denigrate the entire platform because they said you're a schmuck, or I don't know what he exactly said.
He used the word we can't use on the air.
I think it's basically a schmuck. And so this is where your fans and our fans of our show, I think, get frustrated because it's probably 90% positive good. And we all, as humans, get into the negative part of it. But for everybody that didn't join Twitter or X, Jason, can you give us a quick summary of your X profile that you used to prod and get to make sure that this guy felt bad? Go ahead.
First, let me cite another member of the Twitter community who gave his opinion as well on what occurred was this. Jeff Hafley was great yesterday. He talked about a lot of really good things, including the fact that he's going home. Right, he's from New Jersey. He grew up about a half hour from Giants Stadium. His mom is not only going to be at the game along with his brother and his sister. His dad passed away a number of years ago, so she's a widow. But she, not only will she be at the game, but she watches all of his press conferences. And sometimes she critiques him. Sometimes she tells him what a good job he did. Sometimes he critiques the questions. So I'm eager the next time I see Jeff to ask if she ever says, who's the guy who you talk about his sweatshirts and then he asks really long questions? But one of those long questions yesterday delivered what I thought was not
Great
only
response. It was a great response.
It was. Yeah,
what?
It was a great response.
You got your answer that you're looking for. It was awesome.
I did.
Maybe we'd like to hear that response.
Well, Tausch would like me to discuss Blues Packers, who called me not only a douche but an a-hole for saying, with my little winking emoji, next Giants head coach. Which, again, you can read shortly. I haven't finished posting it yet because I had some other stuff going on this morning. Our story at channel3000.com. Let's not forget, Ben Johnson went into Chicago last season in December, and they put up 475 yards and 34 points in beating the Bears. And you know,
Ryan play. That Jordan Love trick play was in
the
that
stumble,
too, right?
The stumble Ruski or whatever that was. That impressed the Bears brass, and now he's their head coach, and he's won 6 out of 7 of their last games to go 6-3. Here's my issue, and I want to thank Shane for chiming in to say, you're such a weak crybaby. It's the internet. Toughen up, lib. Here's my problem. And I'm kind of pissed at you, frankly.
Jesse won. What? Yeah. Jesse won the Steinhoff. Okay, go ahead, Jason. My bad. It just popped up, and now I'm irritated. Go ahead.
My issue is that it feels like to me, and you can call me soft for a guy calling me an a-hole and me calling him out on Twitter, but I am tired of us being crappy to each other, and that there has been a increase, in my opinion, of people being jerk stores to each other for no apparent reason whatsoever. And I believe that you lead with kindness. And if that makes me soft or makes me too liberal or all the other crap that I get from people, I don't think people understand how exhausting it is for people to be jerks to you all the time. Like, yes, 90% of the response to the Jeff Hafley post was Giants fans who got a hold of it saying, I want this guy to be our next coach. But I don't think we have to keep tolerating people being crappy to each other. I think it's too frequent. So when somebody does that kind of crap, which it's very hard for me not to be swearing myself right now, I am tired of it. Okay? We have to be better to each other. And do I live in a fantasy land of everyone should be like Ted Lasso? Sure. But I got news for you. I'm going to try to be like Ted Lasso. I really do feel like that's a lot like me.
Okay, Teddy. All right, Ted. Well, I'm going to jump in. Okay, Ted. So
you asked for
the Jeff Hafley stuff that you got yesterday was great. And I think encouraged a lot of Packer fans who've been kind of beaten down this team. But the only thing I could think of after all of the stuff that I saw, the quotes and everything else, was he is the backup quarterback behind the struggling starter. That literally is what I thought.
And that's literally what I said to Gabe and Chewy this morning. So we're thinking the exact same way.
Okay. So then, yeah.
Because everybody loves the backup quarterback, right? When the starter's struggling, Matt Hasselbeck needs to be the new starter because Favre is playing poorly. Which, by the way,
I
Matt
don't think
Hasselbeck
we ever
had a really good career.
We never got to that point, but we have gotten there with coaching. I think there's a lot of Packer fans that feel like Jeff Hafley should be in the mix moving forward. And, we joked after a couple of weeks, and then, after the Cowboy game, everybody kind of stopped. Everybody kind of stopped thinking that because they gave up 40. And then the defense has been as good as it's been the last 3 or 4 weeks. It's been really good. Jeff Hafley should be a head football coach. I think he's going to be a head football coach somewhere, and it won't be Green Bay. I think it will be maybe it'll be New York, and if we go shut out and stop when what I think is going to be a turnover palooza game, at least we'll get to the green and gold preview. Yesterday was a really good reminder of what a head coach looks and sounds like, confidently, and to kind of have your head coach's back that is taking on a little shrapnel, have a little humor, and be human. Man, he came out. I don't know how anybody, your guy that gave you grief, anybody that on Bluesky and Twitter and whatever else, anybody that listened to that, I think came away thinking, that's an impressive cat. Don't care what side, where you're at. I think you're looking at that's an impressive cat.
He did grow up in New York or New Jersey. He is obviously aware. And by the way, in his answer, I'm sure he realized that it was probably going to somehow get to make the rounds. He's not a dumb guy. But I do think he also believes every word he said, which is, I think his authenticity is one of his better qualities. Now, that said, to your point, this idea, and you asked the question, and I thought it was a good question at the time, and it still is. I'd be curious, and I don't want to poll it because it feels like kind of a jerk store poll.
Not very Lasso-ish. Would not be Lasso-ish.
Have you ever watched that show?
No, I have not.
When you're done with Landman, you should watch it.
Landman's new episodes start up Sunday, so I could not have timed this out better. So continue.
It's kind of a short flight to Bloomington, though, isn't it? So, are you going to be able to get in enough?
I only have two. Well, it's there and back, and I have 2.5 episodes to go. So, plus there's, as a media/analyst, you end up getting on that plane pretty early because they're not real. Players and coaches come in at the end. So it'll be more than.
Okay, sure.
I'll have plenty of time to knock this out.
Okay,
Let's
good luck with that. Well, then you can start your Lasso. There's only 3 seasons. You can watch that afterward. My point is that if we polled, you only get to keep one, which I think is how you phrased it. Jeff Hafley's winning in a runaway over Matt Lafleur right now. His approval rating is low. And so I thought what he said in response to my question, I thought he had another good answer earlier as well about the defense and what's going right. I thought he was really good yesterday. We'll play it coming up. But I do think your analogy, not a Jell-O analogy, but the backup quarterback thing is true. There are people, and I see them in the YouTube comments, where always the conversation is civil, who will say that they still want Malik Willis to be playing quarterback.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be those folks, but I do think that the backup quarterback analogy is apt. And I don't know what kind of head coach Jeff Hafley will be in the NFL, but I believe he is going to be a head coach in the NFL.
I agree.
He did not succeed and have star-spangled awesome results at Boston College. I don't know if that's Boston College. I don't know if that's
Neither
him.
is Bill O'Brien.
Yeah. It's
really?
hard.
Has anybody since Doug Flutie threw a Hail Mary had any success there?
Mark Chmura. Tom
Jago.
Coughlin.
Jago. Matty Ryan. Maybe there's more success there than I thought.
Jags, don't go on that interview or we're going to fire you. Well, I'm going on the interview. Okay, well, bye. Yeah. And now I don't know what Jags is up to.
So what if we did this, Jason? Because we all know Packer fans are. What if we just put a picture of Jeff Hafley up and we said, what is the one word or the phrase that when you see this, what do you think? Something of that ilk. I'll let you and Jesse have the creative juices on that. I could put it into Chat GPT, but you get what I'm saying? I just want to get, basically without being a jerk store, because I know where people's heads are, and we don't have to meet them where their feet are, because I know where people are when it comes to Jeff Hafley versus Matt Lafleur. But I am curious, the approval rating, I don't know if there is anybody, player and coach, who has a higher approval rating right now than Jeff Hafley.
Jeff Hafley.
Micah Parsons probably doesn't. Who's got a higher approval rating within the Packers organization than Jeff Hafley right now?
I don't think anyone does. I don't
Not
think anyone
Bisaccia.
does.
I think Bisaccia and Lafleur are about even.
What about
Bisaccia?
What about Havlicek?
Havlicek is probably the closest to Hafley.
Exactly. Hey, guy never missed a kick. Kicked a 61-yarder. He should be our kicker.
Yeah.
I know you like to meet people where they are.
Is there anybody, Jason, anybody off the top of your head?
No.
And we're not going to give away hats
second.
because Jason, Lord knows where Jesse put all those hats. Who has got a higher approval rating right now as we sit here on the 14th of November within the Packers organization than Jeff Hafley?
No one. Nobody. You know who does have a high approval rating? Even
Gina
higher
Della
than
from
Jeff
Pella.
Hafley's? Okay.
Gina Della from Pella.
Up there, yeah.
That was really well set up, Jason. Thank you,
Was it,
Ted.
though?
And thank you, Gina, for always providing great deals for all of our listeners. And when it comes to your home, the smart play is trusting Gina Della and her great team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. This month only, score yourself a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and at zero interest for all the way up to 72 months. It's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping all of those drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
We will hear from Jeff Hafley and get rolling on our preview of Packers-Giants next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, you can get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and zero interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
This season, the Bucs are going for it all.
A game
winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
It's football season in Wisconsin and the energy is electric. Get ready to fuel up the hype with Monster Energy. With bold flavors and that legendary kick, Monster gives you the power to go all 4 quarters. Whether you're tailgating before the big game, watching with friends at home, or catching every play at your favorite spot. Because game day isn't just about football. It's about bringing the energy wherever you are. Stop by your local Piggly Wiggly to pick up a Monster Energy drink today. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best local sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
I'm Scarlett Johansson. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals help fuel my love for acting. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Make the best seat in the house yours. Carbless delivers the handcrafted cocktail experience right to your living room. Bold flavor, no carbs, no sugar, just 100 calories, and all the taste with none of the extra baggage. From kickoff to the final play, Carbless is your game day go-to. Hosting friends, watching with family, or celebrating every big drive, Carbless keeps the good times pouring. So when the game's on the line, make the winning call. Skip the mixing, grab the bliss, and make every seat the best seat in the house. Find Carbless near you at drinkcarbless.com.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Let's hear from Jeff Hafley about how he approached when the defense had some issues earlier this season, starting in week 4 against the Cowboys, and then how he got them back rolling. I asked him that in juxtaposition with where the Packers' offense is and how they're trying to get things straightened out. Here's Jeff Hafley from yesterday. What's the key to turning things around?
Consistency and hard work. When I've come in here and I knew there were going to be hard questions, I haven't changed how I approached answering them or talking to, or my mood doesn't change. And this, yeah, I'm with you. We just played a really good game against the Eagles, right? We have a lot more football left to play. We're going to play a lot of football. All right, I'm confident of that. Regardless of what happens next week, the week after, I'm not going to change how I am around you. I'm not going to change how I am around the players. I'm going to be the same guy. I'm going to demand. I'm going to be upbeat. I'm going to be consistent, right? Now, if I need to make changes and adapt and evolve like I've talked to you about, then I need to do that. I mean, that's our job, right? And that's what we've tried to do. And if we need to figure out how to put players into better situations to make plays and switch things up, then we need to do that. But like, all joking aside, it's not going to change how I act, how I walk around, how I talk, how I coach, and how I treat these players. Confidence and belief and consistency, I think, are really, really crucial in this whole thing, and that's not going to change with me. And I think that goes back again to my time as a head coach when I've seen both ends of this, that's the key. I mean, that's how our players have to react. And watch, I got confidence that our offense is going to go out, and this is no disrespect to the Giants, and we're going to score a lot of points. I mean, that's one of the best head coaches in all of the NFL and one of the best play callers, who I still hate going against in 2 minutes like we do today, because he's really hard to defend. And they're going to get going. I mean, 2 weeks ago, we were talking about what we did against the Pittsburgh Steelers on offense. So everything, we're going to be okay. But I'm not changing how I am, so you can't bring me down today. Or tomorrow.
Ted. Yeah, Ted. Not bringing him down, Lasso. Jason, I'll just say this. I saw that. Could not be more impressed with how he handled and approached it, and, the confidence. Now, is it easier as a coordinator to, you're not dealing with it on a daily basis, so you can kind of pick your spots a little bit more? Absolutely. You're not getting worn down, but the confidence and the belief, and it wasn't as if it was even really prompted. He he understands what is being said. He doesn't try to ostrich things, stick his neck in the sand and say, I don't know what's going on out there. I don't know. And just the belief that he's got, that's contagious. And you can tell, obviously everybody, there's a stark difference in that, and no offense to Joe Barry, but you couldn't be on opposite ends of the spectrum. So it's been a fantastic hire by Matt. He deserves a lot of credit for that. And I think he understands just the overall picture of how he carries himself and how he has his defense playing. Packer fans are excited about it. They should be excited about it. And if this team is going to go on and play a bunch of games, as Jeff just said, it's going to be because his unit is leading the charge.
So he talked about his mom a lot during our time with him. And so I decided I was not going to ask him, hey, are you interested in the Giants head coaching job? So I decided to use Elise and her interest in our work every Thursday with him.
E-L-I-S-E or E-L-Y-S-E?
Actually, neither.
Oh,
E-L-L-I-S-E. Double L.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Former elementary school teacher.
Very difficult name to spell. A lot of variation.
Why do you know so much about Jeff Hafley's mom?
Because he tells a great story.
Because she watches his videos, and Jason's kind of a star on there.
She's commenting on my verbose questions.
You connected on LinkedIn?
We are not.
Are there?
Yet,
Can you comment on the Packers stream as it's going?
You could certainly tweet when it's on Twitter, right?
But is it like our video chat?
Yeah. Can you?
I don't know. Our chat.
I don't know. I'm in the room, so I'm not following the video. So I don't know. Good question.
My guess is, are you going to do an interview with Elise about Jeff? Like, that would be a fun story for Channel 3000.
It would be a fun story, and I will ask. Yeah. I will inquire with Jeff as to whether or not he'd like to make his mom available.
And then Jesse will also look at it and say that he thinks you might be a little obsessed with Elise if that does happen. So
I didn't say that.
That's kind of the vibe I was just getting from Jesse.
I'm not. First of all, I have immense respect for anyone who has been an elementary school teacher.
Absolutely.
It's awesome that's what she does,
yeah.
Or did. I think she's retired. Secondly, he brought his mom up. So we had some, and the fact that she watches he literally said during the press conference, hi, Mom, I'll be home this weekend. led to the discussion. There is no obsession with Elise Hafley here. Now, that said, I did use her as a way to ask about the Giants head coaching job.
She was a pawn. She was a pawn in your
I used
story elixir.
The conversation about Elise to ask Jeff Hafley this.
Since you mentioned your mom,
Okay.
you mentioned being a head coach twice. Does your family pay attention to some of the buzz stuff? Like there was something this week that said that Jeff Hafley would be a great fit to be the next coach of the Giants. Are you aware of that kind of stuff? And
I'm
what
sure
do you
my
do?
mom is very aware. Right now, I'm locked in and focused on the New York Giants. But I'm sure my family back home is. I'm not. I'm focused on beating the Giants and doing the best that we can and answering your questions.
Of course you are. That is, you can't say, yeah, that'd be great. I grew up a half hour from Giants Stadium. I would love to be the coach of the Giants, but we got to finish out this year, and our defense has to keep playing well for that to happen. But
and our offense stinks, and if we don't keep them to under 13 points, we can't win a game. That's not what he should say.
Right, and I might be the coach here. But
How to not do a press conference?
He's obviously aware, and so is his mom. So I'm just look. I have been guilty before, and look, we thought Nathaniel Hackett was really good in press conferences.
He wasn't this good.
Not this good.
Let me tell you something. Well, Jason, hold up a sec.
Okay.
Let me tell you a little something.
Tell me.
You're
Tell me
in
a
there
little
all
something.
the time.
Yep.
You're in there all the time. I can't remember a time where we're pulling double clips, and we've done this 3 or 4 different times with Jeff. Ever. I don't even know if I'd pick out Nathaniel Hackett. Maybe they didn't have video back then yet. I don't remember running clips of Nathaniel Hackett. It's some awe-inspiring thing he's talking about on offense.
No, he's not. He was not as good. No. But he did that. What is that? Yeet? Was that the big phrase for a while there? Yeet? He was entertaining, and I'm sure he won over the Denver Broncos brass with his personality.
No, he told him he'd bring Rodgers out there, and he didn't. That's what happened there.
You think that was a
And
factor in his hiring?
2 games into it, he had to hire a coach to be his coach. Not good, Bob. Not good.
Yeah. So, I
just don't want to be revising history here.
No, you're right. Yes, you're right.
Okay.
I'm just saying that, just the fact that he was going to bring Rodgers, which obviously did not come to fruition.
Jason, anybody in your 30 years coordinating close to the charismatic cat that Hafley is?
Romeo Dobbs. I would say
coaches only.
Just
Romeo's obviously on a level by himself.
I think so. Dom Capers and Wes Hodkiewicz and I were talking about this. There's some similarities.
Tom Capers
there.
was with you and Wes Hodkiewicz this week?
No. I was talking to Wes about
that's
Dom.
That's a luncheon I didn't see coming.
It'll be a fun lunch. Dom's great.
What was Dom back in town for?
I haven't seen Dom since the induction ceremony for Woodson and Al Harris. But I do think there's some younger Dom Capers vibes to Jeff Hafley. Like he's really invested in explaining. He's got a genuine personality that guys really respect. You obviously played not on his side of the ball, but you were there for Dom Capers as the defensive coordinator. Guys really, really liked him. Now he was more of a grandfatherly character by then, right? But there was a connectivity with him that, I mean.
Is Wilford Brimley the first name that comes to mind when you say grandfatherly?
Oh, my God.
Yes. And the fact that he was only like 50 years old when Cocoon was filmed and he was playing like a 75-year-old guy tells me that he had a really long run as a grandfatherly character. Yes. Totally
Is
agree
he the
with you.
Schmuckers guy? Was he Schmuckers?
No, that's Bisaccia.
No, who's the Wilford? Is Wilford Brimley the Schmuckers guy?
If it's Smuckers, it's got to be good.
Because that to me was the grandfatherly guy.
Wilford Brimley did an insurance commercial for a while.
I think you're conflating two different. Wilford Brimley was the oatmeal guy.
Okay.
He did a number of oatmeal commercials.
When you think of grandfatherly cats, is Wilford Brimley the first guy that you think of, though? Because now you got my mind working.
Yes.
We have a game on Sunday.
I'm looking for. I'm not finding anything with him with Smuckers. He died in 2020 at the age of 85. So he had basically like a 35-year run of being grandfatherly. Yes. Yeah. So yes, I would agree with your assessment. I would also agree with your passion for UW Credit Union and being a UW Credit Union member.
But for every stage of life, from being a college student to being a young adult to becoming a married couple and then having kids and then obviously grandfathering and grandmothering. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here forever. You, proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years, just like Brimley. They'll help you reach your financial goals. And you know what? You want to keep your banking local. You love great member first service, and you love great perks like early payday. UW Credit Union's got it all. They also got Bucky. They got everything you're looking for. And if you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom will make you do crazy things, but boy, does this make sense. Go become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your Bucky card like I did, federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply.
The green and gold grandfatherly preview.
Did we figure out who Schmuckers is? Who the Schmuckers dude was?
I'm working on it. Can I say this? I love doing the show with you.
I'm not annoying you today.
Well, no, you're not. But what I do want to clarify is I know we're trying to incorporate more AI, and as we're finding out,
I'm irritated. I'm irritated with a certain committee, and it's bothered me the last 15 or 20 minutes. So that's what's on my mind.
Okay.
I'm very irritated with a certain committee.
Okay.
Oh boy.
But
I might have to make a move that has only been done one other time, and that was in Seinfeld, when someone that's not paid and as a volunteer, and we had to let him go. I'm not sure where my head's at yet.
But I don't even really work here.
I feel like Kramer with whatever corporation he was working at. We brought Ritz Crackers in. I'm nervous that is the road this is going down. I'm trying to get my thoughts together.
Okay. Well, while you work on that, I just would like to tell you that this is not an on-demand service. I have a few other things that I juggle during the program.
It's not an on-demand service.
You say, you have a tendency to expect an immediate answer on anything that you bring up that I have there was no way that I could be prepared for. Is Wilford Brimley the spokesman for Smuckers? So I got you the information that he did oatmeal commercials. You watch these morning
shows religiously for 30 years. I don't.
Right,
what do you mean? There's
it
no
takes
way.
A little while.
You're a fountain of knowledge. You're a journalist.
It takes a little while to look up information when I'm also setting you up for UW Credit Union, and I'm hearing about how you're going to fire someone from a voluntary job at 565 Analytics because you don't like the results that they delivered. So I will look into who the Smuckers spokesperson was.
Willard Scott? Is that one? I'm seeing on the text line. I don't know
he
who that
definitely
is.
did the birthdays that were presented by Smuckers on the Today Show, which, like Good Morning America, provides great preparation for Wilde and Tausch. So stick around.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Mark Tosher here, reminding you that when we celebrate Feel Good Friday to wrap up the week on Wilde and Tausch, that it's painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. For your next paint project featuring the bold colors of your favorite teams, do what my family did and trust Hallman Lindsay's pro painters to get the job done right. The pros did the job so much better than we could and made the whole process incredibly easy on all of us. All you have to do to get connected is stop into any of Hallman Lindsey's Madison area locations, ask, and they'll help find the pro painters that are perfect for what you need. Wisconsin's best painters use Wisconsin's best paint, and Wisconsin's best painters are the pro painters at Hallman Lindsey Paints. Hallman Lindsey, great paint, great people. Check them out at hallmanlindsey.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every U. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semra with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Alex Brynick from Lodi High School. Blue Devil, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
We're on this beautiful football field, and you've had very good memories here. What's your best memory for home games here?
Just this last year, our homecoming game is a great atmosphere and just...
And you won?
Yeah.
You got to win homecoming, right?
Yeah, and we beat Lake Mills, too, so that was a huge game for us.
Oh, wow. So when you look back in your time at Lodi, what's going to stand out the most for you?
Absolutely the community. I mean, especially being quarterback this year, it seems like everyone is always cheering you on, and everyone's there for you. Everyone's worried about you, and they're always supporting you, and I think that's just the biggest takeaway from Lodi.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th. Which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Celebrate the season of Audi at Audi Madison. Take advantage of 1.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. National customer credit is good towards the purchase, finance, or lease of a new Audi, but is only available until December 1st. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Ho, ho, ho!
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Mark Toscher here for Pizza Hut, and let me tell you, Pizza Hut delivers a win every time with the Big Dinner Box. For just $19.99, get 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed your whole team for one unbeatable price. Choose your crust, hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, or even tavern style. Order now for delivery or carry-out at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. The Big Dinner Box for just $19.99, only at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one outpizzas the Hut.
Hey, it's John Audius, play-by-play voice of Wisconsin Badgers volleyball. Join us for the broadcast coming up later today, right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Love Madison Volleyball.
I say go, baby, go, go, go. Oh, I say go till you can't go. No more, no more. I say go, baby, go, go, go. I've been to a place where the drifters go. It brought me trouble, yeah, it brought me low. Time was flying, but I was rooted in my blues. When I looked up, all I saw was myself. Standing in my own way, nobody else but me.
Time for the Green and Gold game preview presented by Smucker's Jams and Jellies.
Let's take a closer look at this week's matchup. This is the Green and Gold game preview.
With a name like Hafley, it has to be good.
Just so we cover this, and I think Jesse is working on delivering the audio so you can hear the voiceover. The voice actor who passed away 20 years ago, who said, with a name like Smucker's, it has to be good, Mason Adams, for the texters on the Carbless Talk and text line, Willard Scott on the Today Show would celebrate people who turned 100 for their birthdays, and I think graphically he would actually put their faces on a jar of Smuckers because they were a great partner, just like we have many great partners on our show. So I think that is the mystery of the Smuckers right there.
And he is a weather dude.
Oh, here it is.
Like things simple. Smuckers Simply Fruit.
All right. They don't sell ice cream. Let's get to the green and gold game preview.
That's good. Our three big questions ahead of the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. Noon Sunday at MetLife Stadium. Tausch, what's the big storyline heading into this weekend's game?
How does this offense get back on track? That is the storyline. I don't care if you run it. I don't care if it's Christian Watson with 2 huge plays. I think one of the things that this group needs to figure out is you need to find more explosive plays. Everything is too hard right now. Everything's dink and dunk. There's just, outside of Josh Jacobs busting a couple of tackles and maybe getting a 12-yard pickup or a PI on Musgrave, how and where are you going to find some big plays? Because teams are saying, we don't think you're patient enough and efficient enough to do 10 and 12 play drives. And for the most part, at least the last 2 weeks, those teams have been right. So how are we going to go about doing that, Matt? And the pressure's on. I am in the Jeff Hafley, Ted Lasso, Jason Wilde camp on this. I think there are solutions. We need to see them. This is a good week for that to happen. So that is the storyline on my end. Where and how are we going to get this offense going?
I can't say the exact same thing Tausch did, so I'm going to put a variation on it because I agree with him. And I'm going back to the offensive line. Matt Lafleur said he challenged those guys this week. I'm sure there were times, Tausch, even on your great offensive lines, where the coaches said, hey, we need you guys this week. We're counting on you to set the tone. And, look, this is a good front. They got a bunch of first-round picks all across the front. This is a statement game for that crew. And to me, that's why this is so important. And your point about the offense getting going, in my opinion, it all starts with those guys up front getting going. And they have just been so inconsistent, both in terms of personnel being available and in terms of performance. Next.
Besides Jordan Love and Micah Parsons, the leaders on each side of the football, which Packers player will most impact the amount of success the team has this Sunday against the Giants? Tausch?
This one's going to be surprising because this hasn't even been brought up. And I'm sure somebody wrote a story about it. This is the return of the X-Man, too. Right?
I don't think anybody's written that story. He totally
Why have we
poo-pooed
not?
it. Because he completely poo-pooed it.
Yeah, but just because you got a poo-poo doesn't mean you don't go get a little Grey Poupon, put it on your sandwich. I want some.
Was Wilford Brimley the spokesman for them?
I don't know. It's to me, that and isotoner gloves are the two probably gold standard in obscure brands with memorable commercials. Okay,
it's pretty good. Yeah,
and now you're putting Schmuckers in there, but Grey Poupon, you can poo-poo all you want, Xavier. This needs to be a high turnover game, and the New York Giants told you, even though you were a captain and a good football player, we don't need you. You aren't worth what you think you are. You tell me he ain't going to have a little bit of a spur in his boot or whatever in his saddle or whatever quote you want to use. This needs to be a Xavier McKinney revenge game, even though he doesn't need it because he's living his best life, and that is the best revenge. I still think he'd love to shove it up you-know-who's you-know-what.
What's their what and who's who? Look,
Joe Shane, Keister.
Yes. I know. Okay. I was.
You asked.
Just making a joke. All right. So to me, the player that
My bad. I didn't catch your joke. That's on me.
You're
Thank
right.
you, Jesse.
You're right.
Where's Kay Adams?
It is. It is going to be one of those days. To me, this is. Some people chose him as their Steinhoffel sleeper of the week. They got to get more out of their tight ends, and my guy, John Fitzpatrick, didn't help me at all. Your guy, because you didn't appreciate the fact that the expectation was a little bit higher for your guy, given that he'd moved into the starting role. Now you're bitter and you're firing people from a volunteer. These people are volunteers. Can't fire them.
It's going to be tough. I don't feel good about where my head's at right now. I don't.
I'm going to say the two tight ends, obviously. Luke Musgrave, Tausch's guy, and John Fitzpatrick, my guy. I don't know what the availability level is going to be for Matthew Golden. Romeo is fine. That's important. He had the chest injury that he left the game with. They added Christian Watson to the injury report yesterday with
but it was
knee
a good add
and hamstring soreness. He said it is not ACL related. I'm always leery when people are telling me what it's not, because that means that they know that people are thinking about what it could be.
Skeptical.
I thought he was. I thought Christian was great. I didn't think he came off as lying or dishonest or misleading. And he did have that line about how it felt good to have football soreness. But he is a unicorn. And they played him, let's be honest here, he played 83% of the snaps.
It's a lot of snaps.
56 snaps. I'm just here to say, for a guy that was in his third game since returning from the ACL, maybe a little bit more than he wanted to play him.
Bubble wrap him up. Yeah, we need you to rest.
Hey, you can say whatever you want about my bubble wrap, but he's on the injury report now.
Yep.
So
and you're skeptical. But you don't want to admit you're skeptical.
I'm leery, and I think he will play, but I think they will probably have to curtail his snaps a little bit better than they did against the Eagles.
You just hate to admit when I'm right about something, and you change words that mean literally the exact same thing.
No.
Jesse, is leery and skeptical the same?
The Packers beat the New York Giants at MetLife Stadium for just the second time since 2011. If blank. How do the Packers get the win, Tausch?
It has to be. I don't know how close this is to Woodstock back in 1969, if you guys remember. It's not Lollapalooza. This needs to be Winston turnover palooza. Jameis Winston is a turnover waiting to happen. He is at a bakery, and the dough is fresh, the fillings are there, everything is ready. You just got to go pick up the turnovers and go eat them. He likes to stuff W's in his mouth. This Packer defense needs to stuff turnovers in their mouth. You need a minimum of 3 this weekend. They're going to be there. Are you willing to go and grab those hot turnovers and shove them in your face and let the juices run down your mouth, and that is going to lead to victory on Sunday? I think they will. I don't care what kind of fruit filling is in there, but Turnover City, USA, it is the turnover palooza up in New Jersey this weekend. That is going to be the key to this game.
I thought that was, you're just flouting the rules now?
What rules? Jameis Winston's first start? I can't go away from, I have to be true to myself. He is a turnover waiting to happen. I brought visuals and juices and fruit fillings running down people's faces. That is what changed on this whole, I didn't say get 2 turnovers and be done with it. 3. You're going to get opportunities.
Favorite. So is Smucker's Simply Fruit.
With a name like Smuck, we need the tagline, Jesse.
They don't
With a
say
name
the
like
tag.
Smuckers,
He doesn't say it.
It's got to be
it's
good.
on the screen, but he never says it.
I think we've given Schmuckers enough love today, too.
Oh, you don't say?
Yeah, I don't.
The Packers win if Josh Jacobs and the running game gets going. I am so tired of your guy, Dan Orlovsky, and other people. Oh, they're so predictable. They always run the ball on second down. Again, for people who are smarter about football than me, the fact that they're ignoring the frequency with which they are canning to runs on second downs because the safeties are back, I don't understand how you don't recognize. Now, and that's why I asked Jordan Love this week, do you get in trouble or do you get downgraded if it's an obvious can to a run and you say, no, forget you, I'm passing it anyway? Because that's what it would require. He said yes.
What did he say?
Yes, if it's a look that is favorable for a run, I'm canning to the run.
I can't wait till we have the dialogue of who's audibling and, is Jordan being a malcontent by audibling?
He's not.
Those are fun convos.
He's doing exactly what the offense wants him to do and the system wants him to do. So I'm sorry that those runs are unproductive, but that, again, goes back to my point about the offensive line. Once again, Josh Jacobs is at 56% of his yards after contact. The 4th and 1 play, which everyone talks about how, they were calling it out, they knew it was coming. Well, guess what? They had two guys who completely got obliterated, including your guy Luke Musgrave, on blocking on that 4th and 1. It's a 4-yard loss. Block it up. There's not 8 guys in the box. Block it up. And there ends our green and gold game preview.
That was a roller coaster.
That was fun.
It's like
a little bit of everything right there.
A little bit of toast, a little bit of butter, a little bit of Schmuckers, a little bit of Wilford Brimley, a little bit of Willard Scott, and 100-year-old people. We need to get to trivia.
I was leery. I was very leery of that segment going into it. Now I'm just skeptical. Very leery of it.
There's a subtlety to words. I would never, ever, ever act like I know more about football than you, and yet you always do this with my area of expertise, words. Why?
Because sometimes you because you're so stubborn, sometimes you refuse.
Is it irritating to work with someone who's stubborn?
In fairness, you're a journalist, not a dictionary.
We need to play trivia.
And I was told I can't. And I was told you're not on demand.
Dictionary.
So I didn't want. That's why I didn't want to.
Jesse,
play Landman.
Should I call Bulaga? You want to go to Indiana early?
We need to.
You're putting this on me? I'll tell you what. You are. I'm annoyed with you now too.
The shock of your reaction there was beautiful.
I can't believe Jesse is annoyed with me. I am shocked that Jesse's annoyed with me too. I really am.
Me? Jesse,
I can't wait for our Iron Jock giveaway today.
Oh,
It's gonna be. I might go into 300s today. Now, be it dead serious.
If we ever get to it.
We need to play trivia. We need a category. We need a caller. And we need to hear from Tausch about Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Jesse, category and caller, please.
Great moments in Packers-Giants history is our trivia category. Today, let's do caller 34.
Caller 34. 34 for Wilde and Tausch trivia. 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. It feels like a lot of the great moments are great for the Giants in recent years, not for the Packers. So we'll see how this goes. Call it 34 for trivia. Tausch, tell us about Hard Rock Casino, Rockford.
Oh, we love Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Jesse did a great job down at the sports book back when we first went down there with some Brewers stuff. The Jordan Love MVP. Need a big game this weekend, but still with 9.5 wins, still feel really good about that. Hard Rock Casino Rockford has that sports book, has all kinds of slots and live table games and everything that you're looking for. And now is the time to experience what true high-limit play feels like, surrounded by the rhythm and the indulgence and the unmistakable energy of Hard Rock Casino Rockford. We elevate the high-limit room experience to deliver premium table games play that is tailored for discerning players with enhanced game rules, including blackjack, where the dealer must stand on a soft 17. That really helps your odds. Get faster play and the kind of authentic high-limit action that will set Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. So your next hand, what could be your best yet? Visit the high-limit room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford and rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge, just like Jesse did with Coach Alvarez. He did it on his terms and in his rhythm and with his edge, and it only took about an hour from the greater Madison area.
Caller 34 for trivia at 10:01. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tausch here, reminding you there is no better product and no better taste than delicious Grassland butter. Well, I'm counting down the days until our Thanksgiving feast, and you know what I'm most looking forward to? Not the stuffing, not the mashed potatoes, not even the turkey. I can't wait to spread that pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter on everything I can. Can always count on Grassland to produce the highest quality butter right from the farm to your Turkey Day table. Grassland has been producing that high-quality butter since 1904. That's more than 5 generations. And we can all be thankful for the hard-working Wisconsin dairy farmers that help produce the highest quality ingredients that give Grassland its rich flavor. Thank you, farmers, and thank you, Wisconsin, from Grassland Dairy. Butter better with better butter. Learn more about Grassland's story and check out some creative new recipes at grasslandbutter.com. Grassland Dairy, crafting butter for 5 generations.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. Wisconsin's upset over Washington, a step in the right direction for the program. Jeff Levering joining the Jump Around a Badger dedicated show. His thoughts on the potential impact.
It could be a season-defining moment. And for somebody who might be on the fence on whether or not they're coming back for next season, those are the things that Luke Fickell and his coaching staff needs to look at. This win, I feel like, lingered more than other wins because it felt so different.
Levering with the call on Big Ten Network Saturday. Wisconsin College Game Day leads you into kickoff starting at 9 a.m.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% financing for up to 6 years.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Timeout on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30/2025.
Shop the pig! Thanksgiving starts with the bird, and at Piggly Wiggly, you can gobble up savings. Jell-O turkeys are just 39 cents a pound. That's right, you can bring home a 12-pound turkey for less than $5. And while you're here, don't forget to sign up for the new Pig Points Rewards program, where the more you shop, the more you earn, and the more you save. So hurry in, grab your turkey, and make this Thanksgiving a winner, only at Piggly Wiggly.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 35% off your Iron Jock gear and a free Iron Jock hat. Use code CAP35. That's CAP35 for 35% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Chris McIntosh stands by Luke Fickell.
If I felt that there was a change that needed to be made, I wouldn't hesitate in making that change.
Get McIntosh's full interview with Wilde and Tausch, available on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Give me one reason to steer, and I'll turn right back around. You can see me turning. Give me one reason to steer, and I'll turn right back around. You can see me turning. Said I don't want to leave you lonely.
It is already 10:06. We have very, very, very many things to still get to.
Terrible clock.
I don't know how this happens. I just don't know.
That's on us today.
Brimley.
This is on us as a team.
I blame Wilford Brimley and Smuckers. Time now for trivia, not presented by Smuckers, presented by Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is presented by Cousin Subs. Cousin Subs' $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch sub, bag of chips or regular fries, fountain drink, and a cookie. All for just $10. This deal is only available online or through the Cousins app.
Let's welcome in our contestants. It is, while you take that deep of calls and you still get a regular. It's good to see. It's not just going to be new folks. It is Dwayne in a big truck. Dwayne, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Good morning. Doing awesome.
All right. Are you playing along? Is that what you're doing over there, big fella?
I'm going to play. I'm going to take the day, yeah. Got a big game in Bloomington tomorrow. I'm
Sure.
sure
Yeah.
keep that
Save the voice for the upset.
11 o'clock start.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready
Big
for the
dinner at
Landman
St.
episodes.
Elmo's tonight. Very excited about that. A little St. Elmo shrimp sauce. Is
Nice.
there any other restaurant that is only known for its sauce?
I thought you were taking
You know
the
what I
segment
mean?
off.
Know what I mean?
I'm taking
Know what I
the
mean? Hey, know what I mean?
How
Take this
close is
segment
Bloomington to Indianapolis?
I don't know, bro.
Great.
I didn't ask any questions.
Is Chris McIntosh picking up the tab? That's not a cheap place to eat.
When have you been there? Places, just get the sauce. All right, let's go. When is the last time you been?
Last time I
You
went
get
to the
big
scouting
tub?
combine, and it
very
pushes the limits of
Did you get an
expense
account? Oh, that's nice.
More likely to eat at Steak and Shake, which does serve ice cream. All right, here we go. Question one.
They serve Schmuckers?
They're PB&J. Smuckers and Shake.
I like the milkshakes from Cousin Subs. How about you guys?
Yeah, they're good.
Dwayne, question one. The Packers began their 6-game winning streak leading to a Super Bowl victory in the 2010 season with a win over the Giants at Lambeau Field in the penultimate week of the regular season. Which divisional opponent did the Packers beat the following week in the final game of the regular season to secure a playoff berth? Was it the Lions, the Vikings, or the Bears?
We'll say the Bears.
It was the Bears.
The Bears.
10-3, I think the score was of that one. Question two, Dwayne. Which Packers player caught a Hail Mary touchdown pass from Aaron Rodgers just before halftime of the 2016 NFC Wild Card playoff game between the Packers and the Giants at Lambeau Field? Was it Davante Adams, Randall Cobb, or Jordy Nelson?
Ooh. We're going to go with Cobb.
You would be smart to do that. That one I remember. 2 for 2. Now, in the words of the great American orator Mark Tauscher, imitating and doing so poorly, Liam Neeson in Taken, Gulag, which I think the villain says, not him. Question 3 is this.
This is a toughie.
Brett Favre threw his 200th career touchdown pass in a 1998 game against the New York Giants. Which Packers tight end caught Favre's 200th career touchdown pass? Told you there weren't a lot of highlights against the Giants. Could have gone with who kept back-shouldering Al Harris for completions in the NFC Championship game in 2007.
Don't need to do that.
The answer would be Plaxico Burress.
That's not very Ted Lasso-y.
The tight end.
Teddy.
The tight end.
Teddy.
The tight end was Wesley Walls, Tyrone Davis, or Keith Jackson.
Davis.
Wow, nice pull.
Yes,
well
sir.
done. Dwayne.
Really well done.
You're 3 for 3. That means you got 4 entries into the drawing a little bit later in the program. We appreciate you, buddy. Thanks.
Yep, great show. Love you guys.
I love you guys.
It is a great show. I would agree.
It's a fun show today. Not very clock conscious, but a fun show.
Yeah,
you know.
Rob Demovsky is going to have about 3 minutes before he's got to go to Lafleur this morning to join us. All right, we need to get to the 10 o'clock hour and the weekend preview. We'll do that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpots soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Madison, it's Rich Eisen. Join me for the Rich Eisen Show, weekdays noon to 2, right here on 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. A loaded weekend of Wisconsin sports at every level, including Wisconsin football on the road, fresh off its first Big Ten win over top 25 opponent Washington last week at Camp Randall, taking on the number 2 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers. Kickoff at 11 a.m. tomorrow in Bloomington. ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day has you covered before and after the game. 2 hours before with the pregame show and immediately after the final whistle with the ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day postgame show. The Badgers listed as 29.5-point underdogs for tomorrow's game, according to ESPN Bet. The latest commentary on the state of the Badgers football program from former head coach Barry Alvarez on the Barry Alvarez Show on ESPN Madison. Check it out on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app. 11th ranked Wisconsin volleyball in action tonight at Michigan State. They're also at Illinois tomorrow night. Catch both matches right here on Madison's home of Badgers volleyball, 100.5 ESPN. After Badgers volleyball tonight, we'll join in progress the Milwaukee Bucks hosting the Charlotte Hornets at Fiserv Forum.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. And because of our Mike McCarthy-esque clock management, I'm going to step to the line like Jordan Love and do
Can.
this. Can. What are you stepping on my joke for?
I thought you were going to say audible. I didn't think you were going to go can.
Can. And now we go with our can.
Jason, unfortunately, we just lost 3 yards and we just lost the game.
Luckily, he's our Josh Jacobs. Although not on that 4th and 1 play. It is Rob Demovsky joining us live right now on time. Just one segment earlier because we screwed up the clock. Rob, good morning. How are you?
I appreciate you guys calling an audible there. I didn't want to sit here for 15 minutes and listen to what I'm sure would be a great segment, but, some of us have work to do.
That sounds like a backhanded comment.
Snap. That's rude.
Oh, wow.
Not very Ted Lasso-y.
I kind of want to do the weekend preview with Rob instead.
Of course you do.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem with Ted Lasso, okay? They rope you in with comedy. I thought the first 3, 4, 5 episodes were among the funniest thing I ever saw. And then they bait and switched you with this sappy drama. Like, that ain't cool, man.
Are you watching Landman?
Man.
No spoilers.
Are you watching Landman? Because that's
So
Tausch's new
Landman
show.
was recommended to me by a friend of mine, an agent in this business, he and I have similar tastes, and he raved about it. So I dialed it up on what I thought were all the streaming services that I have, and apparently it's on the one that I don't have, Paramount Plus. Is that right?
Oh.
Maybe you could
It
give
is on
Tausch,
Paramount, yes.
Maybe you could give Tausch your Peacock password.
Well,
and Tausch can give you his Paramount Plus one.
Here's the other thing, too. Tell me if, I know this isn't what you had me on for, but tell me this. We all share passwords and logins. I feel like I'm more of a giver, and I'm not getting back. Like I give well, I shouldn't say this, but ESPN, my bosses don't watch this show, but I give my ESPN.
It's another shot at our show. Listen to this guy.
Well, that's why I wasn't that mad that yesterday or last week you told everybody that I wasn't here on Saturday, but I figured, my bosses will never see this, so what's the difference? But I'm a giver of passwords, and I don't get any. I'm using. I think I have one person in my friend/professional colleague group that is giving me a password, and I've given out my ESPN, I've given out my Peacock, I've given out my Netflix. I'm not getting anything back in these relationships.
You're just
Rob,
a giver.
too much that's given
Just a
as
giver.
much as expected. Come on.
Yeah.
You know that.
All those zeros.
Yeah, Rob is taking what is the deal? Why is Demovsky taking all these shots at us?
I don't know.
I don't get this. What's going on with you two?
He's kind of a dictionary, which we talked about earlier. Speaking of dictionaries, what word would you use to describe how you feel about Christian Watson? Because very rarely does another peek behind the curtain, the PR director preemptively tell us about the addition of a guy to the injury report, which happened yesterday with him. And I thought Christian was very convincing, but I am always leery when something is going on with someone coming off of an ACL. So what did you think?
I mean, it was highly unusual because I don't think I've ever seen it approached that way. Now, I will say this, if it is just your garden variety soreness, it was probably good that they got out ahead of it or they should just send the injury report out while we're in the locker room. Like, that's the solution to this. Then we can actually ask guys about it rather than sending the injury report out after access is done and we have no ability to ask anyone about it. In this case, if they wanted everybody to know it wasn't serious. I do think, and it is a possible direct reaction to the was it Baltimore who got in trouble? And in fact, speaking of peek behind the curtain, I know somebody who's big into NFL security, and he does a lot with gambling and making sure everything's on the up and up. And he contacted me after the Baltimore thing and was asking me how frequently injury reports come out, doing a lot of background work for the NFL to make sure that this kind of thing doesn't happen. So I do wonder if it's just a little bit of paranoia, making sure that all the rules are complied with. So at this point, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say It's nothing to be concerned about. But
do you expect him to play fewer snaps? He played 56 snaps last week, and he told you, I think it was your question, where he said how he enjoyed feeling football soreness. But does that seem like a high number for a guy coming off an ACL to you? I know they were short at wide receiver.
Yeah,
that was probably a factor.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was, Jace. And I mean that they played Bo Melton 26 snaps, right? I think getting Matthew Golden back, assuming he's back this week, sounds like he is, will certainly alleviate some of that. Quite frankly, I mean, they just got to find something on offense, whether it's Christian Watson, Golden, Luke Musgrave, more play action. I thought this was interesting from the fine folks at ESPN Research. Now, of course, I have to find it because
why did they rebrand? I liked ESPN's stats and information.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's above my pay grade.
There's not much above your pay grade.
Good one.
Paramount Plus, apparently.
Good
I
call.
can't even get Paramount Plus.
So much drop in,
too much
Jesse.
money.
Well done.
So from the first 6 weeks of the season, the Packers were play action 32.5% of the time. That was the second highest rate in the NFL, behind only the Colts. Since then, 21.5% play action, sixth lowest in the league.
That's a great stat.
Yeah. So I used that in something I wrote this week, although I can't remember where it will appear. But that maybe just like they need to get back to something that they're good at, right? And maybe that's it. Maybe not necessarily playing Christian Watson 56 snaps or whatever it is. But the other thing too, I think we all want to see is Matthew Golden with the ball in his hands, right? Could we finally see the Matthew Golden who made play after play, catch after catch during training camp? If not now, then when? When will that happen if it doesn't happen now?
Rob, you just said about play action. I couldn't agree more. Go under center, do some tempo. I still don't understand why we haven't used tempo. But I know you joined Jen, Gabe, and Chewy as well, and I thought Gabe's point on Josh Jacobs has been a really good player. A great signing. Yeah. He is a great running back. But Matt Lafleur had to change some stuff. They started going more duo, more gun runs. Mm-hmm. Is it possible this offense with Aaron Jones and under center in that outside zone and some more of that stuff was a better fit than with what Josh Jacobs is doing with this offense?
Well, maybe, Tausch, but, talking to some people who, work here and study this stuff, they talked about how disappointed they've been in their outside zone stuff. That's just, their offensive line maybe not built for outside zone. We saw them sign Aaron Banks, who's a power guy. That was an indication of the way they might be going with the run game. But I'm not so sure it's Josh Jacobs or it's just their lack of ability to block up the outside zone stuff that's been a problem.
Would you say Aaron Banks at this point, has he been a bust? Is it because he's taken a lot of heat? Yeah. How would you qualify where that sign is sitting right now?
I don't like to call anybody a bust or a major hit until we see a little bit more data. I mean, we all thought Zadarius Smith was the greatest free agent signing ever for the first year and a half, and then that quickly went in the right down the Bemis. It's just too early to say, but the early returns aren't great. Same thing with Nate Hobbs. Injuries, obviously, a huge factor with both those guys, but injuries were, especially with Hobbs, were an issue beforehand. So you probably should have known what you were getting.
How confident are you they can get this thing turned around, with this offensive line and obviously Sean Ryan jumping in at center? When you're looking at this, and you've been doing this a long time, no Tucker Kraft. We obviously saw some of the limitations with what this group can do. How confident are you Matt Lafleur is going to find answers?
Yeah, I mean, if he's, what's the expression, worth your salt? I don't know what that exactly means. I think I heard, Jason, I think you said that. You asked.
I did. I used it. Any offensive line worth their salt. Yep.
Yes. I like that. I don't know what it means. I need to go back and look. I wanted to go back and look up the origin of that. But if Matt Lafleur is worth his salt, yeah, they'll figure it out. If not, he could be, there could be big changes around here. Now, that wasn't your question. Your question is, will it happen? I still think there's enough good on this football team that they can turn this thing around and win 10 games and get in the playoffs. It's going to be really hard to do because the schedule is not easy. I think that stretch, assuming they get this one in New York, the next stretch of 3 games with Minnesota, Chicago, and Detroit, 1, 2, 3 after another, is going to tell us, where this team is. I don't think we're going to have to wait, Tausch, until the end of December. We may know by Thanksgiving night when you're sitting down to eat your meal after the Packers game in Detroit. We may know where this team is at and what his chances are.
Talking with Rob Demovsky of ESPN.com. He's going to head to the Matt Lafleur presser. Could you ask about Lucas Van Ness and what his status is for me? He didn't want to really update us yesterday.
Boy, that was the greatest. I don't know how, again, it seemed like we're getting behind the curtain here. That may have been the greatest transcript of a locker room interview that I've ever seen by you, Jason. It's up to you if you want to share.
I'm going to tell the story. It was funny.
Okay,
it was too funny to pass up.
Yeah, well, good tease. Maybe you should save it and get people back the next segment.
I will, yes, but that is the tease. Thanks for coaching me up on how to run the show. So I'm curious.
I don't listen at all, but here's how you guys should do your show. Yeah.
So here's
this is maybe my favorite segment here. We're just going at it here. I love it.
So you were in the room yesterday for Hafley. You know that I am a sucker for guys that have great personalities and are engaging in press conferences, and he is as good as it gets, sharing how his mom watches and critiques him and us and everything else. But do you believe that in this next hiring cycle, your teammate at ESPN, Adam Schefter, was on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy as well this week, saying that an NFL owner, which is quite, by the way, the humble brag that an NFL owner is calling him to ask him who he thinks should be candidates for the Giants job. But he said Jeff Hafley, and as Adam said to us, or to them, he said, "I'm so glad you said that to me," to Adam. Is he going to be a head coach in this hiring cycle? Are we going to be saying goodbye to Jeff Hafley? Do you expect that based on the way they're playing and based on him in terms of his personality, et cetera?
I still think it's hard for defensive guys to get head coaching jobs. It really isn't. And here, I think Jeff Hafley would probably be a really good head coach and probably will be at some point. But here's the problem. You hire a defensive head coach, you still have to hire a head coach for the offense. But that head coach for the offense is the offensive coordinator. And that guy, if he's any good, is going to be gone in, a couple of years because he's going to be a head coach because that's who they hire for head coach. Now, the argument is, well, if that's the case, then at least you've done well for a couple of years with this guy. But it's just, it creates, a defensive head coach creates an automatic built-in instability on offense. And if an owner's willing to say, you know what, that's fine. If someone wants to take our offensive coordinator after 2 years, that means we had a pretty good offense. But it is a, kind of a revolving door with offensive coordinators when you have a defensive head coach. So to me, that's the only drawback in hiring a defensive head coach. That being said, he's the ideal candidate. I mean, he's done really well at every place he's been. DB coach, now here as a coordinator. And as you know, Jason, I don't watch college football. I couldn't tell you what his record was at BC, but he at least has the head coaching experience and has been in front of the room. And obviously I know why he left college coaching, because it's not the same game that it was probably when he got into it with the portal and the pay for play and all that stuff. So, I mean, he checks every box, right? That you would want as a head coach, and he's engaging and all that stuff. So, I do think that there's a really good chance that he gets multiple head coaching interviews this offseason. And it's just a matter of, does someone pull the trigger on a little bit of a unconventional hire?
All right, Rob, get to the head coach. Thanks. We always appreciate you spending time with us, and glad it worked out schedule-wise.
Lucas Van Ness. I've got that down. Okay.
Please make a note of it.
All right, got it. See you guys.
That is Rob Demovsky of ESPN.com. We always appreciate his insights. We do need to get to the green and gold game preview, of course, which we pushed back in honor of that. I guess my question for you, Tausch, is I know you're very eager to do the Iron Jock contest.
Yeah, at some point.
Do you want to do that now? Would you like to do that now?
Do you want us to do that now?
It feels
Sure,
like a good time to do it.
Let's
and
do
then
it.
I'll tell you about
Okay.
Dr. Pepper a little bit later.
All right, let's do it. And Jesse, I'm just going to double up what number you went with.
Oh, my God.
Because it's my old Wisconsin number. I love that.
Love it.
I love Iron Jock. And I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is. Nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, stank, bacteria. Keeps you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. And now Iron Jock is introducing 4 new lightweight hoodies. They are sexy. These hoodies are world-class with cooling, wicking. And for us big fellas, you get that 4-way stretch. 2- and 3-way ain't enough. Quad. Go to ironjock.com to get your hoodie today. That's ironjock.com, and you can win a free hoodie. Caller 68. Caller 68 to win a new Iron Jock lightweight hoodie. 844-770-3776.
Wow.
844-770-3776. Again, caller 68 to win that beautiful, sleek new Iron Jock lightweight hoodie.
And a jar of Smuckers. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd. Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Stroh for my great friends at Door County Distillery. Locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. It's the best time of the year. It's bourbon season. Weather outside getting a little chilly, but you can stay warm with a delicious glass of the Door County Distillery bourbon. Or check out Door County Distillery exclusives like their cherry bourbon and their bat bourbon. It's bat good. Visit the website, doorcountydistillery.com. That's doorcountydistillery.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Meet Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Like men's work and sport thermal base layers starting at just $14.99. Get $30 in Carhartt bucks for $125 spent on Carhartt gear. Plus, rewards members get 10% off their entire purchase and early Black Friday deals during our private shopping night this Sunday starting at 5 p.m. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
Striving for excellence is exactly what we do.
Our suite of master craftsmen ensure every roof we install will last.
We believe in giving you exceptional results.
And the satisfaction and durability you want with your Suita metal roof.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Suita. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Suita metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Suita Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Thanks to Rob Demovsky, Matt Lafleur at the podium in a few minutes. We'll see what he has to say. I want to know, Jesse, did you get through your 68 callers without incident?
We did. It actually, I started sweating a little bit, and I thought, wow, was I working that hard? And then I turned around. No, it's actually 78 degrees in this room right now.
Oh, it's a sauna in here.
That's a problem.
No, they don't let you. I'm telling you, this is what I don't even want to go down this road. They're not going to let you control your own temperature now. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's getting toasty. So we're
man.
going to have to call and ask for permission if they could please turn the temperature down.
Please come and turn the temperature down for me.
Maybe we could put 565 analytics to work, and we can put them in charge of thermostats.
In Tausch's view, maybe they are already. Pat in Janesville. Congrats to Pat in Janesville, the winner of the Iron Jock.
Congrats, Pat. Yeah. Time now for
Jason,
the
Jason, if it was affordable, would you get a robot that could take your kids to school and
no,
just help you out with stuff around the house,
no,
clean your cat poop, and mow your lawn? You wouldn't get a chef, like a robot that does everything. You wouldn't do that at an affordable price?
Nope.
Okay.
I saw iRobot, and he could turn on me, and then I'd be stuck in my home under lockdown. He's turned his little heart turns from like blue to red, and now I'm stuck there. It would be. I would love. There is a robot. They don't sell ice cream, so I don't know what the brand is. I won't say it, but I would say that they have like a robotic cat litter box that like sifts out the clumpage. I'd be interested in that. I will admit that.
Okay.
That is one of the worst jobs at the Wilde House, and certain people who are under the age of 16 that live here don't do that job as frequently as they are assigned to do it.
Did they promise they would do that job when you got your 42 cats that live in your house?
They did, and
that would drive me bonkers.
I have not held them accountable enough.
Why,
in that
Ted?
department.
Ted, why not?
Because it's time now for the weekend preview.
A great weekend of football ahead of us, folks.
Yes, Jesse, before you even get into it, I just took a sniff at what this weekend. This is the best weekend of college/pro football we've had in a long, long time.
Early season, there were a few good ones. We've been in a lull for a bit.
We didn't even know. Yeah, we thought Penn State was good back then.
Yeah, this is a good weekend of football watching.
It is.
And it starts tonight. Minnesota at number 8, Oregon, 8 o'clock on Fox, if you want a little Friday night college football. Or perhaps you'll be occupied watching Arrowhead and Wanakee in a massive matchup. 7 o'clock, winner goes to state on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
I was going to say, why didn't you put Wanakee versus Arrowhead up on our digital screen?
Here it is.
And you got there. Yeah, I will be definitely watching. I've said this 100 times if I've said it once. Hunter and his team have done a fantastic job. That preps, it is good. It's a great watch, and I have tuned in. Other people within the Wisconsin football industrial complex I've seen watching some of this on so it's
nice.
It's good stuff. I will be tuning into that. What do we got? Who's Summerall like in this one?
I heard him last night with Hunter on Prep Mania Weekly. He likes Wanakee because he covers Wanakee on a regular basis. But
because he's
we all know Arrowhead is good. They're from the SEC of Wisconsin high school football, the Classic 8. And if Arrowhead, Muskego, and Bayport 7 o'clock tonight. Also, that's not on our station, but. Muskego,
is that up by Jell? Or is that up by Jason?
That's up in Oshkosh.
Hiding under the picnic
That's an
basket?
Oshkosh neutral site at Titan Stadium.
Oh, Jason's Mr. Oshkosh. Loves that basketball coach down there. He's probably going to be hovering under a picnic table somewhere down there.
So you talk about Wanakee and Arrowhead, obviously two powerhouses. Muskego Bayport is a rematch of last year's state championship.
Yeah.
That Division I Final Four is incredible. So looking forward to seeing those games tonight, including
I'm
on the
assuming
ESPN
with this
Madison
monstrous
YouTube
stadium we have in Sun Prairie, they'll be playing that Wanakee game there. The beautiful, very expensive, nice stadium.
They are at Madison Memorial hosting that one tonight. Yeah.
Brad Fisher, the women's basketball coach at UW Oshkosh, big fan of our program. Love him. Also, speaking of Brad's, happy birthday to our old friend Brad Fulton, who we always would talk to on this program in the early days. Yeah,
absolutely, the old Fultonator.
And I've got Jason Eck in my timeline. He's just viral at every turn, baby.
He's Johnny Viral.
Go Lobos. Jesse, what else do we have on the weekend preview?
We didn't even get to Saturday yet. 21st. Woo! Would you stop with the Lobo?
Bows up.
Put your Lobo away. 21st ranked Iowa at 17th ranked USC. 2:30 on the Big Ten Network tomorrow afternoon. That's a compelling Big Ten football game on a Saturday afternoon.
Iowa's in trouble. Iowa, I think, lost. I think they're going to be fizzling a little bit.
Oklahoma, Alabama also at 2:30 tomorrow.
That's
if you're an
a
SEC
sexy
fan.
one.
That's a good one.
That's a sexy one.
Speaking of the SEC, big game tomorrow night. Rematch of the SEC championship game last year. 10th ranked Texas and number 5 Georgia. 6:30 on ABC. It's a good one.
That'll be a fun one to watch too. Yep. Just great stuff.
There's other college games too. We're going to skip over some of them to get to the NFL slate. And these are just the ones that stand alone outside of the Packers window. There's other good ones going on too throughout the course of the weekend. This is not a great game. 8:30 a.m., your last morning game of the season. Commanders-Dolphins, 8:30 Sunday morning in Madrid.
Woof.
The Underachievers Bowl between those two teams.
Well, that's clever. That was good.
Thank you. Packers play at noon, so we won't give you any of the noon games, but Vikings-Bears is one of the big ones that we'll want to keep our eyes on this weekend. Chiefs-Broncos, your 3:25 Sunday CBS game. It's a good one out in Denver.
Yes, the Chiefs, for any chance to win the division, need that game. Denver's offense is El Stinko. All Packer fans that think our offense has been El Stinko, Denver's been much stinkier for much longer than what we are. The great Sean Payton hasn't figured it out yet out there at Old Bo. So, but Denver is very good at their place. I'm sure that's going to be that'll be a heck of a game. I'm excited for that one.
And I'm sure if I ask you what's the one game you're looking forward to this weekend, Sunday Night Football.
No. Nope.
Really?
That is not getting my top billing.
Well,
and Jesse, as I'm hosting ESPN National with Gabe Neitzel again on Sunday, it's going to be all Seahawks-Rams to me. All Seahawks, because I do declare whoever wins that game is probably going to be the 1 seed.
Ooh,
in the NFC. Yeah.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah.
Yep. No one did that sound. We did the what? No one did the yep. Nobody did that. What makes you? Whoa! By the way, for those of you that want to see the next head coach at the University of Wisconsin, the New Mexico Lobos are taking on Colorado State. You can catch them on Altitude Sports. That's a 2:00 kick. So you can watch Badgers.
Is that
Hoosiers.
part of Paramount?
I don't think
so.
so.
No, but if you have
that would be a good
Spectrum,
partnership, though.
If you have Spectrum and you have the app, you can get Altitude Sports on the app. It's not on your cable, but it's on your app. So you can watch Jason Eck and the Lobos.
Or for the rest of us, Lions-Eagles is Sunday Night Football, and that rounds out your
that's
weekend.
it. I'm into that.
It's a very good game. Yeah.
I'm intrigued by that as
that'll
well.
be a great game, too. I think the Lions are going to truck them.
Yeah, wait a minute. So, all right, we're done. But I want Tausch to explain himself because that was a really interesting take that he just delivered. I don't want it to sneak past.
Yeah.
Why are you? Do you do that on the national shows? Because I would think you would be very annoying to the national audience.
You're going to go meow to Gabe this weekend when you're doing that
Probably,
show Sunday?
maybe.
Meow.
Yeah, I just think the NFC West, with where they're at, Seattle and the Rams are going to be jockeying. I don't know the rest of their schedule, but Seattle goes into L.A., and we all know L.A. doesn't have a home field advantage. Whoever wins that game, I think they'll be sitting at 2 losses with whoever wins the NFC West, I do believe, is going to have the best record and the most important 1 seed for this year because of the tightness of the other 6 teams, and anybody can beat anybody, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's very critical, and this weekend's matchup, I think, will dictate that because the Eagles play, they could easily lose to Detroit. Green Bay plays Detroit. Green Bay still got 2 Bears games and a couple Vikings games. Like, there is just a lot of that North going to be banging, right? The Eagles can't score. Their offense is blah.
Right.
So they're going to be at 3 or 4 losses. So that's what goes into my mind, thinking you got Arizona, who's pretty much donesy. I think the Niners are going to be – so that's what made me think what I think.
It's a great
that's why I think that is the game of the weekend.
Yeah, I thought that was phenomenal, and I'm sure you'll repurpose it on your national telecast with Gabe Neitzel. How do we tune in for that? What time does that start?
It starts at 4 p.m. Central, 5 Eastern.
So it's during that game.
3 Mountain. Yeah.
So wait,
what's nice for me?
Are you doing Green Bay game night and then going into national?
Hold up. What is nice, I made sure to let the team at ESPN National know Old T's priority is with Homer and our fans. And I said, I don't know what time the game's going. If it goes overtime, I might not be able to jump on until 4:30, 5 o'clock. And as the national folks said, we'll be fine without you. Gabe can handle it. So we're going to be fine.
It's the same thing we say with all the shows you miss.
That is
all right,
true.
We've got a fun contest that we've got going on in partnership, ESPN Wisconsin, Dr. Pepper, and McDonald's as well. You can win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which include reservations to the Tundra Trio, Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, steps from the stadium featuring gourmet food and premium drinks, all thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Just go to espnwisconsin.com or alternatively, espnwisconsincontests.com. Either one will get you to the contest. Nothing hits like that bold signature flavor of a Dr. Pepper. You can enjoy an ice cold Dr. Pepper during your next trip to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd. All right, we have covered our time with Rob Demovsky. We have covered our time doing the weekend preview. Up next, well, maybe not next, but at some point soon, your Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week. Perhaps some sort of diatribe against the unpaid staff
It's
at
going to be a tough day.
565 Analytics.
Yeah, it's a tough day.
So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
What was that?
It was just me or, oh, I got such a bargain. Poorly constructed sofa falling apart.
I just bought you.
Yeah, well, I did just turn 3, you know. I mean, at 67 in sofa years. I am so ready to retire and move to Miami.
I knew I should have listened to my mother and bought that other sofa from Steinhafels. It was so strong and comfy.
Tired of furniture that doesn't hold up to its end of the bargain? Steinhafels has quality furniture for every style and budget. Relax. It's Steinhafels.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30/2025.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Calling all hard seltzer lovers. It's time to keep it tasty with Neutral Vodka Seltzer. Made with real vodka and real juice. Neutral delivers clean, refreshing flavor with every sip. From pineapple to watermelon, orange and lime, there's something for everyone. Perfect for any occasion. And when it's game day, make it a tasty game day with Neutral. The ultimate drink to cheer, chill, and keep it tasty all day long. Neutral, keep it tasty. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch, Neutral. Flavored vodka and carbonation. 4.5% alcohol by volume, St. Louis, Missouri.
Shop the Pig! Thanksgiving starts with the bird, and at Piggly Wiggly, you can gobble up savings. Jell-O turkeys are just 39 cents a pound. That's right, you can bring home a 12-pound turkey for less than $5. And while you're here, don't forget to sign up for the new Pig Points Rewards program, where the more you shop, the more you earn, and the more you save. So hurry in, grab your turkey, and make this Thanksgiving a winner, only at Piggly Wiggly.
Liberty Station American Tavern and Smokehouse isn't just a barbecue restaurant. Open daily for lunch and dinner, Liberty Station serves American comfort food with regional touches using many locally sourced ingredients. The bar at Liberty Station offers vintage cocktails created in a classic style, local craft beers, plus a wide array of wine options. And be sure to check out their sprawling patio with an indoor and outdoor porch area. Liberty Station, conveniently located just off the Beltline on Rimrock Road.
We're on the Badgers.
I know what the potential of this program is. I know what the expectation of this program is.
Because we're on Wisconsin Sports.
I want to compete, and I want this program to compete.
This is 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Time now, as Matt Lafleur is finally at the podium at Lambeau, time now for the controversial portion of the program, our Steinhafel Sleepers of the Week.
Don't sleep, you gotta stay up. Hey there, sleepyhead. Wakey, wakey.
Okay, campers, rise and shine.
It's time for the Steinhafel Sleepers of the Week on Wilde and Tausch.
All right. Tausch, can you get through this without airing your grievances toward the judges?
Yep. I certainly can.
You're first.
Yeah, I think we have some issues with the analytics firm. I think we've spread them too thin. We brought them on initially to, provide good content for people. I thought they did that. Then we asked them to probably do too much. So it's with a heavy heart. I'm going to get choked up here a little bit. We have to relieve 565 analytics from their Steinhoffel duties. They've been great.
This feels like a decision that should be made as a show,
You're
not as the autocrat.
We relieved them of their duties.
Because they said I won because Bo Melton had the best performance
if
of the
I
three
may,
that we
you
picked.
guys can air your. You
Which
guys
he
can
did.
put what you want out. I want to thank Geriad and Klinkster for all of their hard work, and I want to wish their families really well. I want to wish their families great things in the future, and in all of their future endeavors. I still want them to work with 565 in other areas, but I think Steinhoffel's, the pressure has gotten to them, and that's okay. We all understand that. So we, unfortunately, in a volunteer role, we have to let go of our 565 judges. So with that said, I am getting right back on the horse. I was robbed. I thought it was rubbish. The judgment that came down from last week, we will work to put some new people in place to judge for next week. But I'm going back to Musgrave.
Why don't you get the Headline Academy since they're done making movies?
Musgrave, again, I think he has an even bigger week than a guy that dropped a critical fourth down pass and lined up wrong and won a Steinhoffler. It's absurd. Musgrave, big game. He is going to be my Steinhoffel sleeper of the week.
So who's judging now? You?
We'll work that out later.
No.
We'll work that out.
Sorry, this is not how this works.
This isn't your firm. This has nothing to do with you.
It's
no
not
offense.
your firm either. They don't.
It's
get
565.
paid by you.
I invented
his firm.
it.
It is kind of his firm.
And I hired them.
You didn't hire them.
We could
They
rehire
volunteered.
them. With Ted Lasso analytics, we could rehire. Their services are available
That's
now.
true. That's true. So you're firing them from Steinhoffel's judgments, but
I'm keeping them for
you
the
have
other
a
stuff.
no compete
No,
clause
he's firing-
in their fictional contract.
They cannot go anywhere else within the Wilde and Tausch community. Because they're still
They go work for Kyle Wallace in the afternoons, but they can't work for us?
No, they
I think
can
we should
judge.
rename
If
them.
Steinhoffel's does a sleeper with a different show, they are more than welcome to work there, but they are still employed and under a long-term contract, and there is a substantial buyout for you to, if indeed you want Geriad and Klinkster and the rest of the team. So, yeah.
I can't wait till we can. All right, here's the deal: Klinkster, Geriad, get fake mustaches. Like, who was that manager? Bobby Valentine. Is he the one who showed up in the dugout? We would welcome you at our new firm, Richmond AFC Analytics. In honor of Ted Lasso, we would love to have you, and you will be hired. We'll compensate you in an occasional free shake
With
from
Schmuckers.
Cousins.
No, you'll get Schmuckers.
That's for you for your next group. All right, Tausch took Luke Musgrave again, who only caught 3 passes as a starter, failed to get a first down.
He didn't
on
drop
a crucial
fourth down. He also got a
3rd and
huge
10.
PI. He also got a huge PI.
And missed the block on the critical 4th and 1 play that left his running back getting walloped for a 4-yard loss. But you're right, he should have won. Jesse, who you got?
Well, when Stats 4 Jelly comes into play and analyzes who wins the Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week next week, it's got to be someone on the defensive side of the ball if we're going to have all these fruit-splattered turnovers that Tausch has been talking about. So who qualifies as a sleeper there? McKinney, no.
Oh, you're going to take the guy I was just about to take, aren't you? I can feel it coming.
If that guy is Evan Williams, then that guy is who I'm taking.
Good for you.
Yes. I think in the secondary, Jameis is going to throw some picks. I thought about going a little even further down the chart, going to like Zane Anderson. If there's a garbage time pick late, that could be a win, but we will leave it at Evan Williams. He is my Steinhoffel sleeper this week.
All right, I will have to audible. I'm going to go with a guy who it would be really nice if he'd come in the locker room once in a while because I want to write about him. This guy was not a starter to start the season. Instead, they played Nate Hobbs ahead of him. But he's played some pretty darn good football these last 2 weeks. I feel a pick coming for Carrington Valentine. Carrington Valentine is my Steinhoffel sleeper of the week. And he's no Luke Musgrave, that is for sure. All right, those are our Steinhoffel sleepers of the week. We want yours. You can respond on the Wilde and Tausch Twitter feed. And, of course, you can also text them in on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 844-770-3776. But right now...
Can't believe he fired 565.
Look, he doesn't... He can be on this power trip all he wants to be. That's cool, man. That's cool. But he doesn't get to just fire them. He doesn't. We can hire them under a new ownership. You know, when these businesses go out of business or they stay in business, but it says under new ownership.
They didn't go out of business. No.
You can't fire them from the one job they actually do on a regular basis.
There's other stuff that 565 does.
What's the last assignment you gave them?
I think I had them break down play action pass reps.
No, you didn't. Nope.
Maybe a while ago.
You
no, I
didn't.
think
Nope.
you don't
No,
know
didn't.
what
That's
goes on at
made up.
565.
We
You
know
barely know what
you.
goes on here.
I think you've lost touch with your employees.
From your ivory tower. Well, I do know what goes on at Steinhoffel's, and they have been a great partner from our very beginning. And right now they've got the Black Friday sale going on right now at Steinhoffel's. Get a jump on the savings with doorbusters like any size Sealy mattress for just $199. Am I reading that right? Dining tables and sofas for $499 and queen beds for only $599. Plus, enjoy 36 months 0% financing on your purchases over $1,999. Don't wait till Black Friday. Get these deals because they're happening right now in-store and online at Steinhoffel's and Steinhoffels.com. Shop today and save at Steinhoffel's. I know it's 11:02, but the 10 o'clock hour isn't over yet. Tell you what Matt Lafleur had to say next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here, reminding you that when we celebrate Feel Good Friday to wrap up the week on Wilde and Tausch, that it's painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. For your next paint project featuring the bold colors of your favorite teams, do what my family did and trust Hallman Lindsay's pro painters to get the job done right. The pros did the job so much better than we could and made the whole process incredibly easy on all of us. All you have to do to get connected is stop into any of Hallman Lindsay's Madison area locations, ask, and they'll help find the pro painters that are perfect for what you need. Wisconsin's best painters use Wisconsin's best paint, and Wisconsin's best painters are the pro painters at Hallman Lindsay Paints. Hallman Lindsay, great paint, great people. Check them out at hallmanlindsay.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Their Black Friday mattress sale is on now. Save up to $900 on top brands and get 60 months 0% financing only at Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com. A possible turn of the tide? Wisconsin's upset over Washington, a step in the right direction for the program. Jeff Levering joining the Jump Around a Badger dedicated show. His thoughts on the potential impact?
It could be a season-defining moment. And for somebody who might be on the fence on whether or not they're coming back for next season, those are the things that Luke Fickell and this coaching staff needs to look at. This win, I feel like, lingered more than other wins because it felt so different.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% financing for up to 6 years.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
I'm Scarlett Johansson. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals help fuel my love for acting. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Grassland butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
It's football season in Wisconsin and the energy is electric. Get ready to fuel up the hype with Monster Energy. With bold flavors and that legendary kick, Monster gives you the power to go all 4 quarters. Whether you're tailgating before the big game, watching with friends at home, or catching every play at your favorite spot. Because game day isn't just about football. It's about bringing the energy wherever you are. Stop by your local Piggly Wiggly to pick up a Monster Energy drink today. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
We're on the Badgers.
Wisconsin needs to find a way to validate today's performance.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
What I fear out of this is that it's just going to be a hollow win.
This is 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Matt Lafleur at the podium. Here is what he has told Rob Demovsky and company. For starters, while Lucas Van Ness has been doing a little bit of work, he returned to the practice field yesterday. He is doing very minimal stuff. So
he ain't playing.
He is not likely to play.
No, he ain't.
But he will probably, it sounds like, be listed as doubtful. Lafleur has not yet ruled him out, but he is likely to miss his 5th straight game. The only player that Lafleur said will be ruled out is Nate Hobbs with this knee issue, which is not, we learned last week, related to the one he suffered in training camp. Still, I'm intrigued by how that all kind of came out. But we'll see if Carrington, Valentine, my Steinhoff.
I'm a little leery of it too. Very leery.
Yeah,
of
skeptical.
Scenario played out.
Some might say.
Some would say. Not everybody though.
But you're not skeptical of Tito's handmade vodka.
Oh, I love Tito's. Love Tito's. You know that. Doesn't matter what kind of day it is. If it's you want a Bloody Mary, if you want to have cranberry lemonade. Weather's warming up, you want to get back in there and maybe go play a round of golf and mix in a little Gatorade, whatever it is. Make sure it's Tito's in your glass. That's because they make great drinks. They also give back in a big way. Tito's partners with nonprofits and does a lot of great things in the communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So the next time you're raising a glass, make sure it is with Tito's handmade vodka, crafted to be savored responsibly.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch starts in 2 minutes. So stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
It's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Wisconsin Surplus in Mount Horeb, your homegrown auction powerhouse. From government assets to vehicles and equipment, find your next deal at wisconsinsurplus.com. A loaded Wisconsin sports weekend with one of the featured events tomorrow at 11 a.m. in Bloomington, Indiana, where the Wisconsin Badgers, fresh off a win over 23rd-ranked Washington last week, their first Big Ten Conference win of the season, take on the number 2 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers. Kickoff set for 11 a.m. ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day gets you started from 9 to 11 here on 100.5 ESPN. Immediate post-game reaction after the final whistle as well on the ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day postgame show live at Pooley's. 11th-ranked Wisconsin volleyball in action tonight, first of back-to-back nights. They place Michigan State on the road in East Lansing, 6 o'clock first serve after Jim, Matt, and Molly. Tomorrow night, 11th-ranked Wisconsin at Illinois. Catch both matches on 100.5 ESPN. Tonight after volleyball, we'll join the Bucks in progress. Bucks hosting the Charlotte Hornets at Fiserv Forum. Tip time is set for 7 o'clock. Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania tonight on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Wanakee Arrowhead. Winner goes to the state championship game.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch.
It's been an eventful morning.
Begins now. It has been. I'm feeling a little leery, a little overwhelmed. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to get to. So, sorry if I've been distracted by today's program.
What do you got going on? Tell me more about it.
I got a lot of people reaching out during the show about a variety of things that are going on, and I'm trying to get my Jeff Hafley story posted.
What do you got going on?
Some fun stuff with partners and with teammates and stuff. So I'm just, trying to coordinate a few things. So I'm, and then I have this issue with Jesse's mail. He didn't get the rundown. Something wrong with my Yahoo email. So it's been a whole thing. But we have settled in now. I need to get my headline done. So that's coming up next.
Good prep. It's good prep work.
But first, it's time for our prize picks for the weekend.
Yes, it is. And I think there are some compelling projections from our friends at Prize Picks this week. I'm mixing it up a little because we had a tough go on Monday night.
Yeah, we stunk.
It's been a tough couple of
McManus
weeks with some projections. Yeah. So I'm mixing it up a little bit. We're going with some projections we don't normally talk about for our Prize Picks of the week, and I think maybe we'll find some success with some of these because there were a few that stood out to me. So I'm hoping you guys feel the same way. Here we go.
What does 565 Analytics think of this?
They're currently unemployed, so they have other things that they're worried about. Before a holiday, too, next. Unreal. Jordan Love.
It's a couple weeks. couple weeks before the holidays.
Jordan Love.
Scrooge McDuck Tauscher.
Jordan Love, not passing yards, not even rushing yards, not touchdowns, more or less than 3.5 rushing attempts for Jordan Love on Sunday. I was thinking less, and I'm glad you said it so quickly. We're on the same page there.
Less. Yep.
Why?
Well, I think that the ball's going to come out of his hands. I think you're going to see more rhythmic, at least we hope, play action, and less pat the ball and taking sacks. I think there is going to be their guys up front are good. They have guys that can affect you. And just like I said, and this is not in the same league as Myles Garrett, but they have some fellas. And you better make sure you're dialed into what you're doing. So I think the ball comes out of his hand. I don't think 3.5's a lot for Jordan in a carrying the ball situation. So I feel pretty confident on this one.
Last week, Jordan Love ran the ball 5 times.
Yeah.
Too many.
Also, worth noting, I'm no expert on prize picks, obviously. That's your area of expertise. You and Marshawn Lynch. Kneel downs at the end of a game count as rushes. I am going to go more. He had 5 rushes last week. Plus, if you get some kneel downs mixed in there, I'm going to go more. So how you like them apples?
Or will it be Malik Willis taking the kneel downs?
If they're up 38-10 and it is Malik Willis, that's the best news you could ask for as a Packers fan. Malik Willis is in there because it's mop-up duty to keep your quarterback safe after he threw 4 tutters. Dream scenario, Jesse.
Josh Jacobs, not rushing yards, more or less than 15.5 longest rush. 15.5 yards, longest individual rush in the game for Josh Jacobs. Tausch?
Boy, that's such a good number. How many over 15 yards? I wish we had our analytics firm still.
Yeah.
How many carries over 15 yards has he had this year?
I don't know.
I don't think a ton. I'm gonna say more though, because I do think that is going to be what Matt Lafleur turns to. I think this is one of those weeks after you have a tough week offensively. Every coach I've ever been around has always that following week just said they're going to simplify things and not let you guys think, just go play. That's what I think is going to happen this weekend with what Matt's plan is going to be, and I think that's going to be leaning on Josh. And I think eventually you're going to wear down this Giants front, and you're going to pop one over 15, so I'm going to go more.
I am working on his number of explosive runs. I have not found that yet, so I'll keep efforting on that for you as another of the... By the way, did the Klinkster ever announce his retirement from 565 Analytics? He just quietly retired, and then when you decided to fire him, he was able to say, no, I already retired. I haven't even been involved. Interesting. Doesn't sound like you're keeping your employees very happy. I'm going to go more as well. I think it's going to be a big Josh Jacobs day.
Klinkster's fired. You haven't even worked here in 2 years.
That's what makes this so tough.
Christian Watson, more or less than 21.5 yards, longest reception.
These are really weird.
I told you we're going a little unique this week, but I agree with Tausch on the more for this one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Watson's going to have a big play, as long as he plays. He's going to have a big play. More.
I'm leery of the number of snaps he'll play.
Oh.
Mr. Joshua Jacobs, for your information, well, I'll get back to that. I'm going to go less on the Christian Watson one.
That's
you got one more?
Yeah. Do you want to do McManus or do you want to do someone else?
Haversick. I want Haversack.
Haversack not projected for anything on Prize Picks. Brandon McManus, more or less than 2.5 made point afters. What?
More.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a category. Found it last night.
Yeah, I'll go more.
I'm going more on that.
I think Green Bay's going to score 3 tutters, so I think he'll make all 3 extra points.
I'm with you on that. All right, here's they don't have 15 yards or more, but what I've got for Josh Jacobs, he has 10 for 10 yards or more rushes. He has 15 of those. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
For 20 yards or more, 0.
That ain't great.
Which also means no 30, 40, or 50-plus yard runs either. So not a lot of explosion from him. A little overdue for that. All right, those are our Prize Picks for the weekend, and Tausch loves to play a Prize Picks.
And whether it's football, basketball, hockey, whatever it might be, Prize Picks makes every game a little more exciting. I've been playing for a while. It's fun and it's simple. Use your sports opinions. Which players are going to go off? Who's overhyped? Who's got a bad quad? Who's, you just don't know. 60 seconds or less, and you can turn those takes into cash. Simple to play. Pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. Get them right. Cash in. I'm going to take a look at Jordan Love. I think his passing yards, I think I'm going to go more this week. And I think I'm also going to go more on Jameis Winston. I think he's going to make some plays this week, and I also think he's going to turn the football over. So that's mine. You guys go pick yours. If you want to follow us, go ahead. You have all those options, and you know what? It's fast and easy to play. The deposits with Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use that code WI. You get $50 in lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. Again, that is code WI on Prize Picks. Prize Picks, it is good
to be right.
To be right. There we go.
Beat you. Our headlines are next. I have been reminded by our good friend Lance Davis that I never told the locker room story that we mentioned with Rob Demovsky. So you guys can do your headlines, and then I will tell the locker room story as my substitute for the headline.
It's interesting.
Hey, we can apparently do whatever we want. We can fire people that don't work for us. We can decide. We're just changing who's going to decide who wins Steinhafel Sleepers of the Week. I'm going to do a little my own thing. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Hungry for something fresh and delicious? Get your favorites from Cousin Subs delivered straight to your door. From our freshly baked bread and hand-sliced meats and cheeses to our famous sides, crispy golden fries, Wisconsin cheese curds, or creamy mac and cheese. Every meal made to order and ready to enjoy. Ordering is quick and easy online or through the Cousins app. Whether it's a solo lunch, family dinner, or a spread for the whole crew, let us bring it straight to you, fast and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit
use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com, because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
The holidays bring sparkle and light to the season. The same way Goodman's Jewelers has been bringing the sparkle with our custom pieces since 1933. Generations have relied on our trust, service, and selection. This holiday, shop local. Shop Goodman's Jewelers in the heart of Madison, touching hearts with Goodman's sparkle and light. 220 State Street. Find our extended holiday hours at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Stroh for my great friends at Door County Distillery. Locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. It's the best time of the year. It's bourbon season. Weather outside getting a little chilly, but you can stay warm with a delicious glass of the Door County Distillery bourbon. Or check out Door County Distillery exclusives like their cherry bourbon and their bat bourbon. It's bat good. Visit their website, doorcountydistillery.com. That's doorcountydistillery.com.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement, with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
I'm not afraid of getting old, and I will escape from dying young. I see the light go past my shoulder, I will escape from dying young, and I'm not afraid.
Time now for headlines.
We've buried the lead.
But it's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah, I've read the headlines.
It's time to predict this week's headlines.
Time for headlines. Time for Mark Tauscher.
All right. Tough loss last week, obviously. Last couple weeks, it's been tough sledding. I'm hoping that the New York Giants are going to be just what the doctor ordered. And here we go. The Packer fan base is reeling. This offense is miles from their ceiling. Lafleur, throw out the book and let Jordan cook. Else your backside, some heat you'll be feeling. 24-13. Green Bay finds a way to beat the Giants.
What was the score?
24-13.
Why are you saying it so quietly?
I still can't hear you. 24 what?
24-13.
Just say it louder.
Well, no, I'm trying because I've had some feedback on my limericks. I want to make sure I let the limerick breathe. The score is separate from the limerick. So I want to let it breathe.
So what you did instead was you said it right away, but you said it quietly.
But he said it
No,
this
I didn't
loud
say it
so
right
no one
away.
would hear it.
I said Packers 24, Giants 13.
Okay. Thank you very much for reading the limerick.
Appreciate
we enjoyed
that.
it.
I bet
Jesse, you're up.
I bet some people actually enjoy the show at this volume. Maybe we should try this more often. Quiet
Thought.
session.
Uh-huh.
Happily ever after.
That is literally the only thing that I had typed on my headline.
Wow.
That's incredible. That's
just a couple of dictionaries right here. Happily ever after. Packers defense forces multiple turnovers in 24-18 win.
I'm sorry, what was that score?
24-18. Big day helps Jeff Hafley eye the open head coach job in the Big Apple.
They might be Giants. All right, so those are our headlines. I am skipping it so I can tell this story quickly so Jesse can do Whoa Nelly and we can get the Feel Good Friday painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. Plus, I had forgotten that I had said this during Rob's segment and thankful to be reminded by Lance Davis. At least I didn't call Luke Getsy Luke Musgrave or call Cleveland, Kansas City, which also happened during the course of this week. So I want to go talk to Lucas Van Ness. He's in the locker room. I love it when guys give other guys grief and we're in there. Obviously, when I would come to your end of the locker room, not only were you guys always giving each other grief, but then I tended to be a target from time to time, which was fun. So Lucas Van Ness, I'm coming over. A number of TV stations are coming over. We arrive at Lucas's locker, and I say, "Hey, Luke, do you have just a couple minutes?" He's like, "No, I'm late for treatment. I can't do it today. I'm late for treatment. I gotta go."
The old treatment bit. Love that. Smart veteran.
No, it's not, because just a few lockers over sits Devontae Wyatt, who says in a very clear, loud voice, "You already got treatment. I was in there with you when you were getting treatment.
Oh, snap.
You don't have to get to treatment."
Mm-hmm.
Lucas Van Ness, less than thrilled. I said, "Look, I just want to know how it went today." He said, "It felt good to be back out there." I said, "Okay, thank you for your quote." Then he turns to Devontae Wyatt and says, "Damn, man, you made me look like an a-hole." And I chimed in, because I'm trying to be supportive of Devontae Wyatt, and I said, "Yeah, but you have to admit it was really funny." And Devontae Wyatt, very appreciative of me thinking he's hilarious, because he's one of those, I don't think he's to the Tony Palmer level. And for those of you that have been with us from the beginning, Tony Palmer was a former offensive lineman that played with Tausch, who Tausch claims has the greatest laugh of any teammate he ever had. Accurate?
No doubt. Yes, very. Yes.
This was it was not up to Tony's level, but it was, I thought he was going to fall out of his chair. He thought it was so funny that he, A, got Lucas, and B, a media member supported his comedy show. So that was what happened in the locker room.
Did you ever yarn? Did you ever yarn, Jason?
Did you ever avoid us with a phantom treatment time with Nate or with Flea? You didn't really need the treatment, you just didn't want to talk to us? Because I know there's guys who've done that.
I think I just usually left. I don't think I ever had a lie. I just left.
I don't think you did either. You were very accommodating early in your career. Not as much as when you came back. All right, those are our headlines. Jesse, I did have one quick question for you. Has there been any feedback on the Carbless Talk and text line? Because I just got a message from someone calling Tausch Tyrant T.
That's tough.
For dismissing a group of volunteers because he disagreed with their decision. Has there been any feedback on the personnel changes?
We got one guy's texting about Landman, so I've been ignoring those. Jerry and Madison, let the listeners vote. That way old T can't stuff the ballot box.
Okay, I like that.
So what do you want to do?
I'm on board with that.
Post a poll after the game and say who won Steinhoffel Sleepers?
You know what I like? No, Jesse, you know what I like here?
Winning.
Because I don't think... No, I do like to win, but I have been very fair. When I've lost fair and square, guys, this is the first time all year I've said anything. There was a couple that I thought, okay, could go either way, but I was all right with it. You picked the guy that won that had a monster drop. Didn't really. I think he had one catch, and he lined up wrong. So yeah, I can't get on board with that. But I want us to, on either the YouTube streams or the Carbless Talk and Text line. Unfortunately, this is now because Jesse has been so adamant against me letting go a couple of volunteers. Jesse will have to tabulate in both the streams and the Carbless Talk and Text line who wins. We can't just do a Twitter poll. We need Jesse to tabulate on a, kind of a 1, 2. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's one for Tausch. Oh, that's one for Wilde. That is where I think we should go.
I am not going to spend the morning where we're taking calls after games nonstop for 3 hours, combing through the text line to count who voted for you to win the Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week.
That's what you guys just wanted. You just said, let's leave it up to the fans.
565 analytics.
I totally agree with whomever said, and I do not want to be a tyrant. I want everyone involved. So the fans get to vote, and Jesse gets to tabulate.
Why are you so willing to create work for other people all the time?
If I had access to the Carbless Talk and Text line and or the stream, I would help, but I don't. I don't know if there's a glitch. I don't know what happened, but I don't get access to
glitch. A glitch.
Jay in Alabama texts in.
Jay Barker?
I don't know if you're... No, he said a different one. He actually did. I don't know if this would be something you're interested in doing, going down the replacement refs route.
Oh, boy.
But Jay in Alabama volunteers to be part of the new 565 analytics. 565.2, one could say. So I don't know if
we're putting it on Jesse. It's all up to
Jesse. If we're
Jesse.
hiring replacements, let's call that charlatan Lance Easley, see if he's interested in a non-paying job. He can sell his book, which he always would publish or promote when he was.
I would check on his status.
You don't think he's with us anymore?
I don't know. I would check on his status. I think he might be. There might be some stuff going on there.
I see no indication.
No, I'm not saying.
Maybe something.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying check on his status. That's all.
I'll look into that. Doesn't change the fact that he was a charlatan. We will get to Whoa Nelly.
Not very Ted Lasso.
That's not very Ted Lasso. Well, I'll tell you what. You got old Timmy. You're Timmy Lasso. Ted's opposite brother. You ain't Ted Lasso. You've besmirched 6 people in the last hour and a half during your Ted Lasso era.
You fired
Timmy Lasso.
Volunteers.
All the same motivational moments with a little more snark. Tim Lasso.
Yep, a lot of snark and a little bit of vitriol. That's Tim Lasso. That'll be on Paramount Plus.
And you can give your password to Demovsky.
Get Demovsky password ASAP.
Well,
Jesse, I don't think Jason gave you love. That was really well dropped when Rob was talking about how rich he is, and then you said you can't give. That was well
above
done.
his pay grade. Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that we're looking for when we're tabulating Steinhofflers. Guys that quick-witted. That was really well done.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Feel like you've been wronged by your employer? Fired from a job you weren't even getting paid for in the first place? Well, that's not what Gruber Law Offices specializes in. They specialize in personal injury, and they have your back. But if you are looking for legal representation for that, maybe, pain and suffering, you could certainly put in some sort of claim on that for 565 analytics. But the bottom line is it's a serious business when people are injured in accidents, and they need the best representing them. And that is what David and his team do at Gruber Law Offices. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. Gruber Law Offices. One call. That's all. Whoa Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Toscher here for Pizza Hut. You know how much I've loved Pizza Hut going back to the days when I was a kid participating in their legendary Book It program. I loved Pizza Hut back then, and I love making new memories enjoying Pizza Hut with my family now. Pizza Hut delivers a win every time with the big dinner box. For just $19.99, you get 2 medium, 1 topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed your whole team for one unbeatable price. Choose your crust, hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, or even tavern style. Order now for delivery or carryout at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. The Big Dinner Box for just $19.99, only at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th,
Which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination,
the Tundra Trio.
3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com.
Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper.
Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
This is Ricky, owner of Infinity Exteriors here in Madison. I've seen it too many times. Homeowners paying thousands too much for new windows. Big promises of premium installs that never deliver. Madison, you deserve better. At Infinity Exteriors, we're local experts for energy-efficient windows, roofing, and siding with transparent pricing and no gimmicks. Every project comes with a lifetime workmanship because we believe in doing it right. We're on a mission to save our communities from overpriced, unqualified window contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com, proud partner of your Madison Mallards.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Timeout on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 11/30/2025.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott Garrett and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison. After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
We're on the Badgers.
I know what the potential of this program is. I know what the expectation of this program is.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
I want to compete, and I want this program to compete.
This is 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Tausch, before we get to Wonelli, we need to hear from you on American Family Insurance.
Indeed, and it is one of our favorite times of the year. Sarah and I, we have teamed up again for another year with the American Family Insurance to raise funds towards the American Family Insurance, or the American Family Children's Hospital, through a virtual toy drive. All donations go towards therapeutic supplies and toys that will help thousands of children and families across the country. Plus, This is the best part. American Family Insurance matches every dollar donated all the way up to $50,000 through the end of the calendar year. Visit amfam.kids.org today to donate.
Time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
Just a quick correction, which I know you don't appreciate when I do this, but this is important because if people want to donate, it is amfamkids.org is the website that you need to hit. So while you let my mistakes go, this one is more important than my mistakes.
What did I say?
amfam.kids.org, and that takes you to some other place. So is amfamkids.org to donate.
Thank you. It's a very good clarification, and I appreciate when I'm wrong, someone doing it. So thank you, Jason.
like when 565 Analytics does it.
Whoa, Nelly!
Jesse, what do you got?
Did you guys hear what Barry Alvarez said last night?
On the Jesse Nelson Show?
It was actually on the Barry Alvarez Show, hosted by Jesse Nelson with Derek Engler and Notar Exala last night, but he's normally part of it, the Badgers' all-time sack leader. We were reviewing some of what Chris McIntosh had said with us on this show last week. Barry had not been on the air since the Badgers win over Washington, and Mac's statement that Luke Fickell would be returning for the 2026 season. So I asked a number of questions in response to some of the clips we played from Chris McIntosh's appearance, one of which was talking about the ability to rebuild the program quickly. And here is what Coach Barry Alvarez said about that concept. This is a little bit longer of a clip, but I think it's worth your while.
Stop. This is not a program that you have to turn around. This is not a rebuild program. This is a program that has won, has been winning. Turning around a program is a program that's down and out, that's been losing, and turning it around to win. This is a program that is used to winning and going to bowl games. A year ago, we had set a record for consecutive bowl games. So this is not a complete turnaround. This is just getting things right. And I think Luke's the right guy. I'd like to hear an emphasis more on in-state kids. I said that a week ago. The best players in our state are as good as anyone in the country. There aren't as many as there are in Ohio and Pennsylvania and Jersey and some of the other places. But you're going to have 6 or 7 every year that can play any place in the country. They have to come to Wisconsin. And then there are some others that you develop into really good players. To me, that's how we build our program.
It's Barry Alvarez last night on the Barry Alvarez Show talking about Wisconsin not being a rebuild. It's a program that has had foundational success and should be a consistent winner because it has been for 20 or 30 years. Jason?
I did not find him overly convincing there. I know the foundation that he built. There are some significant renovations that need to occur. So if he doesn't want to call it a rebuild, a renovation, a remodeling, whatever it is. But they've won one Big Ten game. We're all excited about that. We're glad things worked out last Saturday for them. And I enjoyed Tausch and Matt LePay on the call, even if I'm leaning toward listening to Levering on Saturday at 11 a.m. when that game is on television. I will say this. They need to turn things around. I don't think we can pretend that they don't. That was the start of a turnaround. I don't know if that's sustainable. There's some other winnable games you would hope remaining on the schedule. So I understand where Barry is coming from because he's the one who built the place from the ashes of the previous administration. So I totally understand what he's saying. And I could not agree more with him. Again, Coach Aaron Mack, our good buddy from DeForest, talking about as Barry said, the state of Wisconsin does not generate the number of outstanding high school players, but there are plenty of high school players that are good, very good Division I football players, and you can't let them leave. You have to make sure that you keep them in state at all costs, and that is one thing that they have failed at, and that's something that Paul Chris didn't do a great job of either. Whoa, Nelly.
Whoa, Nelly! Tausch, anything you'd like to add as Wisconsin takes on number 2 Indiana tomorrow at 11 a.m. in Bloomington?
Yeah, I was able to talk with the defensive coordinator this week a little bit, and this defense has a lot to build off of. The foundation is very good. Indiana struggled a little bit. I wish the weather was going to be worse, but looking like it's going to be mid to upper 60s down there, nice and sunny. So, big challenge, but I'm starting to believe. I mean, I believed in this defense. They got worn down a few times, but what we saw the last 2 outings that this team put out there has been very, very good. And I wouldn't be surprised if this thing's maybe a little snugger than people think.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll say.
I'm Team Tausch on that. I will be very surprised if it's a blowout. But I think it's going to be a tough sledding for the Cardinal and White. Jesse, you got any more things you want to get to before Feel Good Friday, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints?
I would like to do our trivia drawing here.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. That would have been on me.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is presented by Cousin Subs. Cousin Subs' $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch sub, bag of chips or regular fries, fountain drink, and a cookie. All for just $10. This deal is only available online or through the Cousins app.
There you go. So let's find out who the big winner is this week. A lot of chips in the cheese fry helmet. By the way, stay tuned. We're probably not going to play trivia Monday, although maybe calls it Monday or Tuesday when we.
If they win 38-10, will we get enough calls to not play trivia?
We'll probably play trivia on Monday if it's 38-10, which we hope it will be 38-10. When we next play trivia, there will be another addition to the prize pack in addition to the Cousins Subs gift card. So stay tuned to find out about that next
Can
week.
you tease us, or do we have to be like caller 68 to know about it?
That's as good a tease as I could do,
Thank
Jason.
You.
How
Thank you
about
very
that?
much.
Congratulations to this week's winner, all the way back to Tuesday, Kurt in Monroe. Actually, it was Monday. I forgot. We did do Monday because it was a Monday night game. He played on Monday, previewing the Packers-Eagles game. Congratulations to Kurt. You're the winner of this week's Wilde and Tausch Trivia.
Feel Good Friday is next, but not until Tausch tells us about Coors Light.
Coors Light brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it is cold packaged, so it is made to chill and make sure those mountains are blue on those cold-activated bottles and cans. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Feel Good Friday, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints, is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Well, Zimbrick Chevrolet is truly the name you can trust. But you know what you can't trust? Wisconsin's winter weather. With temperatures dropping, you'd better make sure your vehicle is ready for the winter roads. Get your vehicle prepared now so you don't have any issues when that pesky snow gets worse in the next few months. I recommend stopping in to see the amazing service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Get a tune-up, check the battery, check your tires, that's a big one for the winter, change the oil, and make sure all the inner workings of your vehicle are in tip-top shape. You can take my word for it, whether you're making a holiday weekend trip, driving your kids to sports tournaments, or simply getting to work on time when the snow can slow you down. Zimbrick Chevrolet is truly the name you can trust. Schedule a service appointment, view vehicle inventory, and learn more about all they have to offer at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. That's ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
You Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. A possible turn of the tide? Wisconsin's upset over Washington, a step in the right direction for the program. Jeff Levering joining the Jump Around a Badger dedicated show. His thoughts on the potential impact?
It could be a season-defining moment. And for somebody who might be on the fence on whether or not they're coming back for next season, those are the things that Luke Fickell and this coaching staff needs to look at. This win, I feel like, lingered more than other wins because it felt so different.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% financing for up to 6 years.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Grassland butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker, and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Like all Cat brand work boots, $10 off. Save $5 on men's Dickies jeans starting at $24.99. And Air Care whole home humidifiers all 15% off. Plus, rewards members get 10% off their entire purchase and early Black Friday deals during our private shopping night this Sunday starting at 5 p.m. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
You gotta get down on Friday. It's time to finish the week off right. It's Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Hallman Lindsay.
Born and raised under the rain and a western wind, felt the way. Try to live up to the say I am. Is it any wonder?
Time now for Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. Jesse, you go first.
Last weekend, Sunday afternoon at the UW Fieldhouse, it was Stuff the Fieldhouse Day for the Wisconsin volleyball team, benefiting the Goodman Community Center. Fans were able to bring non-perishable food items to drop off at the Fieldhouse before the match to help under-resourced folks who were looking for some help with their Thanksgiving dinners coming up. So always a great turnout and great fan support for the Badgers. Volleyball fans, they did a great job stuffing the Fieldhouse and got a nice win over a top 25 opponent in Indiana last week, just like we hope the football team does tomorrow. So a great way the Badgers continue to give back, especially Wisconsin volleyball here on the home of Badgers volleyball on ESPN Madison and 620 WTMJ.
Speaking of giving back, if I'm power ranking my favorite Tauschers, much like I power rank my favorite Packers, there are a few folks ahead of Tausch, Sarah, Eleanor, Max, Diane. None of the Academy because they're mad at me for the movie thing. But if you visit amfamkids.org, there's a video there of Tausch and Sarah with the kids. There's a button to donate. This is one of the I mean this wholeheartedly. I'm so proud of that you do this every year. I think it's so awesome, and it's obviously something that you and I as parents, we never ever want to need the AmFam Children's Hospital for our kids, but it's so good to know that that is there if that ever happens and if anyone needs them, and they are phenomenal at what they do. So again, amfamkids.org to donate. I just tweeted out the video and the link for you to follow. That's it for us today. We will be back on Monday to discuss what you would like to think will be a Packers victory.
Be nice.
Which we thought that the last couple of weeks.
We did.
That's it for us. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.